Hello, everyone, and welcome to the launch of the Lore Maidens. It's very exciting. Everyone give a round of applause. Very exciting. We are a Scottish group of role players who are all ladies, except for one dude who is our fairest maiden. This is the first night of our stream, so we're all very excited and very nervous. But we hope you all have a good time while you're here. Those who are tuning in live right now, thanks for joining us. Feel free to have a blast in chat, get to know our mods. There's a few of them in there right now. You guys can introduce yourselves. And anyone who is listening or viewing this after the fact, thank you for clicking on us. And I just hope you guys have a good time and stick with us through the story. I am your dungeon master. I'm Emma, but I go by Hamalu on the internet, and I will let you guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Michelle, or Mitch. I Twitter powerful_glitch, and I play Baishra, the lizard folk ranger.
Ooh. Hi, I'm Lame Jane, and I play Ember, the Fire Genasi Hex Witch, and my Twitter handle is lame_Jane.
I am Hannah. I play Skip, the Goliath barbarian. He's kind of the supervisor to the group, but I think only he cares about that. My Twitter is Horus Johanna as well.
Hello world, I am Andrew. I am Casual Heresy on Twitter. I am playing Eric, the Dwarven Gunslinger, the grumpiest dwarf in all of creation.
He sure is. Yeah, so that's us. Let me set the scene for you now. We are in the town of Calford. It's a small town for all intents and purposes, but it's got everything that you would want in it. The group are members of the Ebon Guard. They are the fighter, mercenary kind of group. They have factions throughout Rumark, which is the continent that they are on. You have all been there for about 6 months now. Most of you came to Calford and joined the Ebon Guard because you heard there was work going. They were looking for able-bodied fighters to take up arms for them. You all exist as a cell, a unit which gets sent on jobs together. So you've been working closely for the past 6 months. One of you, Skip, who's played by Hannah, has been there a bit longer than the others. So with your experience, you are the supervisor of the group, if you will, making sure everyone is staying on task, which he does brilliantly.
I mean...
yeah. He does all right, yeah. He's herding those kittens, yeah. So you haven't worked for about the past 4 days, which is normal. You tend to get these little breaks between jobs. And this morning is like any other morning. You have awoken in your various barracks and have made your way to the mess hall. You tend to meet there, either to decide what your plans for the day are or to break your fast there in the mess hall. You do tend to go out where possible because the food's a little better, the customer service is a little better, but where possible, you get your free meal here. You've decided to have your breakfast here this morning, and as you make your way to a table in whatever state of dishevelment you tend to be in of a morning, you're going to catch up with each other, and there's the smell of eggs and bacon on the wind. Before we dive into the role-playing, I'd like you guys just to paint a picture for the viewers of who your character is, what they look like, what their mannerisms are, and we'll just take it with the same order.
Right, okay. So lizard folk, lizard person, basically. Roughly based, Baishra is loosely based on my Bosk monitor, a Savannah monitor, for those, lizard folk out there. So, average height, nerves. And green, red eyes. She has bright red fin running down the center of her head, and then a little bit on her tail. And she has these black stripes that she's painted herself across her eyes, and a little bit on her legs and on her legs. One arm is completely black, goes all the way up to the shoulder, and then on the other hand, she has all her fingers are black. And she favors the spear for a ranger. Has just quite recently been dabbling into the short bow. And Kason, her snake companion, is really loosely based on like Anaconda meets a Carolina corn snake, because I have a corn snake and he's amazing. He didn't want to come out today, so he's not here with us, I'm afraid. And that's him. Beisha is, well, lizard folk are pretty emotionless. This is how it is. This is how it's going to be. They don't have any, they're not evil by nature, but they can be if it's, if that's going to benefit them. It's really hard to describe a truly neutral character, but that's her at the moment. She's just sort of more than happy to follow, skip around, and then everyone just skip around to follow everyone else about and just sort of learn about the world and civilization. She's come from a very secluded, like indigenous village in the rainforest. So everything is just still shiny, new, and that's her. Yeah. So I'll probably, this I'm trying to get all my smiling out now because I won't do very much during gameplay.
Well, mine is not going to be anywhere as near detail as that.
Sorry.
No, that's not what I was meaning. So Ember is, like I said, Fire Genasi Hex Witch. She's got dark grey skin. She's got bright red hair that turns into fire when she's mad. Not a flame head. And yeah, she's super friendly, loves animals. As I said about 14 times to be precise before, she loves to make friends. And yeah, she's super ditzy as well. Yeah, and she's chaotic neutral, so it's quite a fun one to play. I love it. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me. Okay. Sorry. So, like, I'm playing a Goliath, so 8 foot whatever, incredibly tall, built like a shipwreck house. But he's a very gentle giant, like really soft features, nice guy, like cheery smile, big grin, etc. Kind of light grey skin with darker markings, like a lot of Goliaths have. No hair whatsoever. He doesn't want to talk about it. Okay.
Sensitive subject.
Yeah, doesn't want to talk about it. But yeah, so he tries to carry himself in a way that's like, I am the supervisor here, but underneath that very thin layer, I just want to be friends with everyone. So,
He's a sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Well, Skip might be a gentle giant. Eric is a grumpy midget. It's a good way to describe it. Eric is a dwarf, so he has the stature that goes with it. The strength, don't call him little. He's short. There's a difference. Stereotypical old dwarf, long white beard, which is usually stained with gunpowder and soot and sometimes beer. Quite often beer. The soot gets everywhere, so he's rarely completely clean. But
he's like a little grumpy Santa Claus.
Basically, yeah, he is a little grumpy Santa Claus with guns. So, as I say, it's not uncommon for random bits of tinkerer's tools to fall out of pockets and bullets to roll where they shouldn't be out of pockets and all that.
Okay.
Occasionally, you'll see the mustache and the beard twitch. You could be smiling, you could be frowning deeper. Not quite sure. It'll take a while to read him.
Who can say? Who can say?
Yeah. Excellent. So now that we have an idea of the visuals of you guys, we'll bring it back to that scene of you coming in through the door in the mess hall in the morning, smell of breakfast on the wind, and it's your time just to see how everyone's doing, catch up a little bit, and I'm sure some of you are hoping for work soon, although you appreciate the downtime. Some of you like being out, like that action, like doing jobs, or it might be just that you like helping people.
I mean.
Okay, so take away, everyone.
No pressure.
And go.
Sure. Ember, give us a detailed account of what you're doing right now. Go.
Right now, I will be going to get food, come and sit down with you guys, have a wee chat. What you guys eating this morning?
Bacon, same as every morning.
Okay.
I'm old.
That's lovely.
They definitely have like a travel lodge breakfast buffet style spread every morning.
Little box of
Continental,
cereal.
yeah, maybe a couple pastries.
Little packet of
Bowl of
butter.
melon. Yeah.
Eric's that guy in the
Melon.
corner who's always there at breakfast. He's obviously working, but he
Mhm.
just glares at everyone.
Okay.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
it makes me think of Alan Partridge. God. Anyway, amazing. So you know those really obnoxious people who are like, I can't do anything without my coffee in the morning. You know those people. That's Skip.
Me.
That's
Me.
Skip.
Yeah.
Oh, I need my Java.
Yeah. Can't do much without my cup of Joe.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing. He's just inhaling some
Okay.
caffeine.
Yeah. You guys are just like, I just want breakfast, want coffee, feel functioning again.
Pretty much.
Good.
Pretty much. Gosh, I hope I get some work soon. I'm going stir crazy.
I'm shot here for days.
4 days. All that crocheting and water painting and
I know.
just gonna be
I mean,
out
I've been
there.
working on my portfolio, but you know,
Okay.
I need some inspiration. So
Yeah.
You need to bury your axe in something. Is what you need to do.
Skip blushes.
Blush. He's too delicate
Well.
for that. Excellent. So you get there's always a window open in this place of a morning. It helps people get a feel for what the weather's doing, which is quite important for your line of work. It's kind of late summer, so it's starting to cool down a little, but the morning starts off bright. Seems warm enough outside. Everyone's just you have other cells and other more superior members of the Evangard kicking around, having their breakfast, chatting to each other, and while you guys are just catching up a bit or trying to function again, having your coffee, you hear through in the main foyer area, which is kind of like a waiting room for people who come here to request jobs. They maybe have something that they would like the Evangard to do or to inquire about something. You can hear the sounds of crying. Male, fairly quiet, but crying definitely through in the foyer.
It's not good.
Oh no.
Oh God. I know. I
Dave's
do.
just like, what's that sound?
What is this emotion?
We'll get-
Even though I know that it's obviously not going to be him, I'm still determined to crack Eric, so I quickly look at him just to check there's not him in fact crying. And I'm like, no, of course it's not. You know, what am I doing?
One day you'll make him emotional.
One day.
Not this day.
It's not going to be an emotion you want.
Not today. Not today.
Not today.
Yeah, so I'm going to just kind of down the rest of my coffee and be like, guys, sounds like trouble's afoot. Let's go. Go team and whatnot.
I'd like to take him an apple. To be-
Okay.
Just make him cheer him up a bit.
Yeah. So you head through. Maybe not all of you, but some of you head through just to see what's going on. Obviously, you do the jobs that you're given, so this is just out of curiosity for some, concern for others. As you head through, you can see a few people milling around. There are other people there who are speaking with members of the Evangard. They can be identified by there's leather patches that get sewn into armor for most people. They're speaking to other people who are here inquiring of help or passing on money for jobs that are already done. And you can see someone from the guild speaking to a small gentleman. Definitely not a child, it's an adult. It seems to be a gnome. You can only see the back of him. It seems to be an older gnome. Dressed in simple kind of clothes. Definitely one of the small folk, if you will.
Do I recognize him as that farmer that we met that time?
Roll perception.
Sure.
I'll just quickly
Don't
say,
worry about it.
I'll just quickly say, and when everyone got up off the table,
Uh-huh.
I like cleared all the food off their plates.
Nom nom nom
Yeah.
nom nom.
If
It's
they left
mine
anything,
now.
it's gone now.
I love it. I love it.
There's no
Um,
such thing as leftovers with Beisha around. Anyone who is there inquiring can roll perception, not just Skip.
Yeah, I rolled a solid 6, so don't worry about it.
Wow, 6, yeah.
Ooh.
Don't worry
It's an
about it.
I
old
rolled
gnome.
a solid something bit higher than that.
Well then.
Specific. Yeah.
18.
18, nice. It takes you a moment, because you can just kind of see the back of the head, so you can see that graying hair and simple clothes, but as you kind of just tilt your head a little to the side to be like, is that who I think? It does indeed seem to be Kildor Lindengleam, the gnome farmer that you guys had once met.
I know
Back
that
in the
because
day
I
when
took
you
a
guys
note of
were-
that.
Yeah, you were fresh. Everyone was like, sure, that's who we met.
Yeah, that time.
Kildor
I-
Lindengleam.
They had,
yeah.
they were the people.
That was a while ago now.
It was a bloody while ago. It was they were the people with the barrow, right?
Yes,
And his
they
wife
had
was
requested.
delightful.
She
Yes.
was. He had requested that the Evangard send a group out to inspect a barrow, which there had been strange noises coming from, seemed to be spooking the animals. So you guys went and helped solve that problem, and they were delightful. She made delicious cakes and pastries, which made even Eric's mustache twitch in a smile, maybe.
Yep. And there was the incident in the barrel, which we don't talk about.
Yeah. So Eric recognizes him. The others just see an
Mm-hmm.
older gnome gentleman.
I rolled an 11.
Okay.
I don't know if I
You probably be
recognize him.
like, I think I recognize him, but you can't quite fully specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know
One
what
of
I
those
mean?
awkward
Yeah.
ones
So
where you're
you're-
like, oh, I know you, but I don't remember who you are.
Yeah. Plus, you're seeing him from the back right now. You haven't approached, so
Yeah.
maybe when you start speaking to him, it'll come to you.
Okay.
Very well.
What do you want to do? Are you
I
just
thought-
standing there with this apple that you brought for him, just being like, ah. I'm just gonna wait till you're done.
I'll address him
Okay.
since I recognize him. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's your cell.
It's your cell. He turns around and he does seem like it's not just crying. Like he seems distraught, and he turns around and it takes a little minute. It's like he kind of has to blink away tears to see you, and then he realizes who you are and he goes, "Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you, Kai.
It's
Yeah,
your cell.
I remember you. Yes, yes. Are you well?" And you can tell that he's trying to do niceties, but he's very emotional right now. His voice has that little quiver in it.
Don't stand on protocol, mate. What happened?
Eric! And I bend down to his level and give him a little classic
Like-
Ember, pat him on the head. He's down. I'm
Dealing
like,
with
I
a
brought
child.
this for you. Yeah. I brought this apple for you. I hope it cheer you up. What's the matter? Why are you crying?
Thank you for the apple, lass. That's very nice of you.
You fucking weirdo.
Run.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
I will
Throws
treasure it
over his
always.
shoulder.
He's gonna treasure always. Don't know what you're speaking about. He takes a moment and takes a deep breath to compose himself, and it's my wife. She's been taken.
Not Milna.
Yeah, Milna. She's
Oh, hell
not Milna. I remember who you are.
I took notes on you.
Milna. Milna. She was taken in the night by orc bandits. It was a hell of a scene, and I tried to fight back, but I'm no fighter. You understand? You know this now, and I'm so worried for her and what they might do to her.
Oh no, where was she taken?
From the farm, she was out checking on the animals. There was a bit of a noise, you see, so she went to see if it was predators, but when she went there, she found that it was these big hulking beasts of creatures, orcs. They're foul things, and And I heard a scream, and I went out, and she was gone.
I assume.
just
Sorry,
don't
I assume that I recognize him at this point. Like I know.
Yeah,
Who it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Not Milner. If you know the name of his wife.
I know his bloody wife's name, but not, Who are you? What?
Milner, no!
Yeah,
You're
once
right.
he turned around,
Okay.
you definitely knew who he was. So yeah, he's a distraught wee gnome. He says,
I'm gonna go.
I just don't know what
Sorry.
I'll do without her.
We will get her back.
defend-
Worry not, pal. Skip says and
well,
pats him on the back.
That would be awful kind if you'll agree to that. And he turns around to the other guy who's one of the more senior officers in the Ebon Guard, and he just kind of nods and gives a little wave of his hand. And he says, "I would find that acceptable. They're able-bodied group. I know you're not under my supervision, but if you've already done a job for him, then it makes sense that you go and help out this time.
That's true.
I'll let Elgar Moyer know."
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And Elgar Moyer, just to refresh your memory and let the audience know, he is your supervisory officer. He's the one that's in charge of you guys and a couple of other cells. He's a bit of a close-book, strong, stoic type, but you guys are getting to know him well enough. So.
Cracking that facade. I know that we're not necessarily looking at chat, by the way, but we just had a request for you to do the farmer inward breath eye thing that you do, so go for it.
The inward breath eye thing? I don't know what I was
You
doing.
know, the Doric.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah, so
So
we're from the northeast of Scotland here, and we have a dialect here called Doric, and occasionally those words may slip in. I, without really meaning to, made my farmer gnomes of this area quite Doric. So and sure enough, people here, especially when they're particularly country, they'll go instead of saying yes.
So ridiculous.
Hey, you're all welcome, everyone. You're welcome, internet. He's not happy enough for that, though.
No.
We don't do that when we're sad and distraught.
No.
No, he's a sad gnome.
Correct. Anyway, sorry.
Back to the emotional scene.
So we're picking up this job, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. The guy said he would happily tell Elgar Moyer, so you guys have been given permission to take this job on.
Cool. So she was what I asked, or I skip, one and the same, whatever. When was Milna taken again? Sorry, was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah, in the wee small hours.
In the wee small hours.
I don't know how far they'll have gone. I mean, we know that there is an orc camp further to the north, but they won't have reached there by now. It's a good week to get up there, really. I can only assume that's where they came from. But...
Have you had any problems like this, with orcs before? Have you seen them in the area?
Not for many years. They tend to stick further north than where their camp is. But I don't know. If they get her there, he takes a moment, and you can see that he's like choking up and doing that whole like he can't quite speak because there's a lump in his throat, kind of.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
If they kill her, I just don't know what I'll do. The kids were coming back in a week or so for her birthday, and
oh, of course it's her birthday. Jesus Christ.
The family. They've got three kids, as you guys were told while you were being served pastries from her way back when. But they all live elsewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
So should we just? Does he want to take us to the farm, or are we making our own way there?
it's up to yourselves. I mean, obviously, he is likely to be making his way back home after having come here to seek help. So you may as well escort him on the way north.
Yeah.
Because he likely came here without an escort. Yeah.
I'll say that to him. I go, it's okay. We'll come with you home. We'll be with you. We'll protect
Much
you.
appreciated. Much appreciated. Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're very kind, lass. Very kind.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
She's like, awesome!
I
Thank you so much. Yeah, so he heads off to take a wee seat, obviously aware that you guys may need to prepare for a little bit or pack up, because you know that it's roughly a day's travel to get to where their farm is, and then obviously it's going to be further north that you would be traveling to track them. So
Okay. So aside from making sure that I've got like all my pack and all the stuff that I think I might need, I make sure to, do a proper risk assessment, do the proper forms, just cover our backs here because we don't know necessarily what we're going to come across.
Take an inventory of what you're taking.
Just making sure, okay?
Eric will just clean his guns over and over. He's always ready to adventure, but he's told the guns are ready.
Are they so clean you can see your like shiny face in them? Shiny happy face, I should say.
Your shiny face.
Your shiny maw.
If they're polished like mirrors, they crack because of the glower on Eric's face.
He's not happy.
So edgy.
Somebody likes has been hurt.
That's true. That's true. And now the girls are annoyed as well, so...
It's like, who
And
do you
Lana
mean?
Marigold call for
The
blood.
girls! Yeah.
Oh.
The girls.
I thought you were talking about his boobs or something. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
Just two random ladies outside.
They're really upset.
Yeah.
there's not actually any guns. Eric just has a pair of women he directs in combat.
He's like harem of
They
women.
throw bullets really fast.
Yeah.
What is happening? Good lord. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you guys get yourself packed up. You're packing everything that you guys, because you kind of have two versions of packing yourselves up. You have your day bag, and then you have your we're going on an adventure bag. So
Are we still eating breakfast?
Oh yeah, we should probably go and get a facial, huh?
Not this
Like
again.
someone else is waiting now. I'm just staring at a guy waiting for him to finish. Like, leave.
I'll go grab Baysher. I'll be like, come on, we got some work to do. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Come on.
yeah. Do the thing where you pick up the plate and you're like, come on, come on, come on.
I love it. I love it.
Uh-huh.
Are we
So you're-
taking the horses?
The Evangard make sure that their cells are well provided for, so whenever you go anywhere that requires any significant travel, you are provided with mounts appropriate to sizes, as we have one that needs to carry a big load and one that maybe needs to be a little smaller than others. But yeah, so you are provided with that. Also, just as a note to people who are watching, they have also been provided with a group bag of holding for when they're away, in case part of the job that they are hired to do involves carrying something particularly bulky back to the Evangard. It just means that it's easier for them to carry. So they are given one that's like, it's like a company car kind of deal.
Yeah, we have to sign a waiver to take it out. And
Yes, any damages will be paid for in full.
guys, be careful with these. I don't need that on my record.
It's the same with the horses. You are provided with them with the understanding that you're going to keep them well fed, keep them in good care, and if any are to perish, you have to pay to replace them. So generally the understanding.
So
Yeah.
we'll try our best not to leave them somewhere for 6 weeks like we did last time.
Yeah, these guys left their horses somewhere, and just like a good few weeks into the adventure, we're like, what did we do with our horses?
Is that a Horde of the Dragon Queen?
Yes, it was.
I guess,
sure,
yes,
we
the
went.
horse incident was before I joined the world.
Oh, you wouldn't have let it
That's why.
happen. It just
No.
never.
No, I would have just stolen everything.
Oh.
Anyway,
I was
you're...
playing a kleptomaniac, remember?
That's true. Yeah. So you guys get packed up. You take the necessary provisions, knowing that you could be gone for a good week or so, depending on how far north you have to go. And get ready to set off with your wee pal, Kindor.
Excellent.
Yes. Horses are waiting for you. There's like a small stable area towards the road north, and there's like a special section for the Evangard horses.
I like it. Like VIP. It's got like a rope entrance.
Yeah. Branding on the banisters and stuff.
I hope so.
Uh-huh.
I ask Lyndon Gleam, I know that's not his first name, if he wants to come on my horse with me and ride with me there.
Oh yes, that would be fine. Yes, as long as you don't mind having me there.
Oh, of course. And then I introduce him to the horse and I say, "This is Chestnut Junior."
Hello,
My
Chestnut
horse.
Junior, and he kind of gives him a nod, and you can tell that he's the kind of farmer that it's not even like strange for him that you're naming your animal and you're speaking to them, because he probably speaks to all his cows and has names for them all, and yeah.
That's why we.
It says,
No,
yeah,
go for it, sorry.
she's a fine beast. She's a fine beast, and gives it a wee
Oh, thanks. I know.
pat on the haunch. Mm-hmm.
Haunch.
All right. So are you guys ready to saddle up and head off?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
We ride.
I mean, did we need any? Nope, because we have no money. It's fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
I
it.
saw that. I thought already. I was like, no, we have no money.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's fine.
We've got the gear
Yes.
we've always had.
Yeah, you have some money, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fine. Ember's
We have
gonna
our
die
packs.
anyway, so don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, tally-ho.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes! As you
I'm,
leave the stables.
I'm guessing I get corrupt speed.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It doesn't
Just
quite work without
happening.
coconuts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So you guys head off. It's busy enough on the road. This time of the morning, you do get people who will come in either from some of the various farms that surround the town or from somewhere north, making their way into Calford in the morning. You do the usual friendly, nice day for it as you pass them. Just nod the head. Start making your way north. Kindar is quiet, understandably so. Normally he would be quite a chatty person, and he'll engage you in conversation if you're talking to him, but mostly he seems quite sullen and keeping himself to himself right now. He's got other things on his mind.
It's fair. I respect his quietness. Like,
Yeah.
you do you, buddy. You got this.
You do, yeah. Take your time. Take your time.
I really, when he was like in the foyer crying, I really wanted to go and get one of the, you know, like an ambulance. They'll give you that like shiny silver blanket. I really wanted to go and get him a blanket like that, but I was like, no, we probably don't have like heat blankets like that.
No.
In ye olde
Just a
high
big-
fantasy
a big
days.
woolly, a big woolly one maybe.
Eric thought he was being nice. 'Cause he thought he was just saying, it's like, you don't have to be all polite and everything. Just tell us what you need.
Yeah, he was
But of
just
course, it's Eric, so he just came and was like, stop it. What do you want?
spit it out, man.
And there was actual genuine concern behind it, but with
Yeah.
natural 5 charisma.
Yeah.
Eric,
Bless
don't
him.
Don't worry about
He's-
it. We've
he's
got enough bleeding hearts and also base.
Yeah. Bleeding hearts and also Beishra.
It's fine.
Yes. With her smile. I love it. So yeah, you guys head off. You travel throughout the day. It's fairly uninterrupted other than passing other travelers. To the delight of Ember, there seems to be animals out in the wild. You know, you'll occasionally see a couple deer running through. Yeah, and it's just like, oh, look at the deer. And doing what I do when I'm in the car and be like, sheep, cows, and just announcing animals to people.
Yeah, it's majestic as fuck, basically.
Yeah. It's a beautiful place down in this area. You guys are in the northern part of the continent, which is very kind of open grassland, the occasional slight rolling hill, but mostly it's just farms and then wee crops of trees and stuff. So it's beautiful, and it's a good time of year for it because it's everything's fully in bloom, almost starting to turn for harvest. So it's a nice time to be around here. It takes you a little while. You eventually start to see that the sun's starting to go down. It's probably about time to maybe camp up, especially because you've got someone with you who maybe doesn't do that much adventuring and living on the road. I mean, he's a humble farmer, so other than traveling in for market, you don't imagine he's done too much sleeping in the wilds, if you will. So you want to be kind to him and camp early. So yeah.
Gonna make a conscious effort to make him as comfortable as possible because
Okay.
he's having a bit of a shitty kind of couple of days, you know. So let's
Is.
not have
Yeah.
to make camping part of it as well.
Yeah.
Why would you do
I
that to
like
yourself?
It. Yeah, I know. At this stage, you guys have been together and adventured together enough that you have a pretty easy routine to fall into of how to set up camp. You know, some people will be like, I'll get in the wood, I'll set the fire, I'll set the bedrolls and that. So you just kind of take your rolls and get things done. And it's a fairly well-oiled machine at this point, unlike my speech apparently. Well-oiled. So you guys get your camp set up. You make sure the fire is nice and warm. And yeah, you're free to have some campfire chat if you want with him before we go on to taking watches and what have you.
Always good. Always love a campfire chat.
Yeah.
We talk about our feelings and braid each other's hair.
Yeah. Tell a couple ghost stories.
Steady on, mate.
Skip,
Steady on.
yeah. Skip gets upset about not having hair, so don't worry about it. It's too much.
Yeah.
I just kind of reminisce with him about Milna and her lemonade and pastries and how they were just...
How great she was. Now she's probably dead.
No. I'll do this. I won't do it for you. I'll do it for the pastries.
Oh dear, yeah. He says, "Oh, she made fantastic lemonades. That woman.
She will make it again,
makes.
good sir."
For us, when we return with her.
As payment.
I want to be paid with gallons of lemonade.
Screw your gold.
She likes there's like certain times a year where the berries are really prominent, and she likes to like crush those up and add them to a lemonade. So
Oh,
it gets, like,
don't.
fruit
Pink
flavoring.
lemonade?
And
Oh, don't.
blueberry
Damn,
lemonade.
son.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah. I
start.
like
we're
how we're
getting
all
far
like,
too into this.
damn.
I love
I
it.
want some blueberry lemonade. Hot damn.
I actually do now.
Stats. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my iron brew just doesn't cut it.
No, I've got water. So is this going to become a thing? we
This
all
kind of
have to
makes me
do?
look like a little halfling because it's so huge.
You could have a bath in that.
Just reassures me that I am indeed a hobbit. Yeah, so some chat is had, some tentative, careful reminiscing about Milna without kind of making it too hard on him. Eventually, he just says, "Oh, it's getting late. I think I'll just turn in." And
Okay.
you know that he just kind of wants to go to sleep so that he can try to put some of this behind him and hope that the point at which you guys may find her comes sooner. So
Yeah,
he heads off for some sleep.
that's fair. I offer him, you can sleep in my tent if you want, Paul. Just make yourself at home, Paul.
I like how Skip, you can sleep in my tent, Paul.
He's like, because I do it as Hannah, I pick up accents and I can't do any of them, but I pick them up. Skip is like picking up this weird farmer twang.
Yeah, he's trying hard. Bless him. He takes you up on your offer and crawls into your tent to have a snooze. what kind of order do you want to do your watches in, if at all?
Yeah, I think we should. Is orcs the
I'll
best?
volunteer to be first.
A volunteer's tribute.
Tribute.
Means don't get my sleep broken up. Mild, need my rest.
It's true.
Need that beauty sleep.
I don't mind
Doesn't
going
work,
second.
but I need it.
I don't mind going second. And watch over Kinder.
Oh, okay.
I'll go first.
So Skip is third.
Sure thing.
And I start digging my hole for my bed.
Just and using the nose. You know where they start to get their nose under and just like kick the dirt over their head, like
Steady on, I've got hands.
See, I just got the image of Fisher like drilling in like a corkscrew into the ground and then just sleeping. Like,
It's just a little dip. It's just a little dip.
It's fine.
And then
She's like,
no, I cannot be seen. No.
You're used to her dirt baths, dirt beds, dirt sofas.
Or a thing.
Dirt.
Dirt futon.
Yeah.
Dirt chaise long.
Oh, pals. Yeah. Okay, Eric. Can you make the first perception check for the night?
Probably not, knowing my track record. Oh, that was actually alright, 17.
Nice. Alright, it's a fairly quiet night. You've kind of got that, you know, that noise when you like, what the fuck is that? And you're like, oh, it's a fox. Because foxes make the strangest noises.
It's like you make that one?
Yeah.
Okay. God.
Sounds like a dying crow.
Sorry, people listening to the podcast.
I know.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Turning you down now.
Oh yeah, treat guys.
Oh dear.
Dear Lord,
Rip
so
headphone users.
Yeah. You get the hooting of some owls. There's potential that there might be something at worst, when you've had to camp on this road before, it's usually natural beasts that you may come across. You might get the occasional pack of wolves that come by, but you've not really had much dangerous encounters on this particular stretch of road north. It's a little too close to Calford, and for the most part, the peninsula part that you guys are part of, there's not really dangerous threats unless you're traveling with them. So yeah, it passes fairly uneventful, other than the beautiful sounds of nature.
No.
No, we're done with that.
What
We'll
does a
never be
fox
done
say? Yeah.
Just shush.
That'll be a thing from now on. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, your watch is fairly uneventful.
Gonna sleep yet.
Yeah, well, you have to wake up Ember, because if you just go to bed, she might just sleep right through. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I would.
And then Eric will wander over and lightly tap her with his boot on the shoulder.
On the what? Okay.
Well, I'm assuming you're lying down
Weirdo.
asleep, so just
Yeah. Dirty boot.
I just realized I did a gesture to kick, but no to clean my legs. I don't know why.
I like how it wouldn't take you much effort to bend over, given how close you are to the ground, and
I
you
know.
still kick her.
Kick her. No, kick her.
That's dwarf fist.
Yeah.
Just 'cause he's closer doesn't mean he wants to look bend over. He's old.
That's true.
Everything's stiff and sore.
Anyway, Everett, you have awoken. It is your turn to do your watch. Make a perception check for me.
Okay, I slump over by the fire, regretting going second. 15.
15. All right. Yeah, it's uneventful again. You start to hear what could be one of the various packs of wolves that do roam these kind of areas. You keep an eye to make sure they're not getting too close, because provided they don't get too close, they don't tend to bother you because they're hunting something to eat. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine. Just warm myself up by the fire and look over at Kinder. I keep forgetting his name. And I'm like, is he safe? Is he okay? And then, wake up Skip.
All right.
Do you kick
Do you
me
kick
as
him
well?
as well? Yeah.
No, I slowly caress his face. Wake up, Skip.
Just like that, you know, where you just go.
Yeah, I do that.
I like how
Good
Skip
me.
wouldn't mind, but Hannah probably really minds.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I'm 1000% not into that. Don't touch me. Ever.
I'm aware.
However, Skip's like, oh, morning is broken. I really enjoy human contact. It's fine.
It's
That's what
convincing.
people say, right?
That's how
Alright,
humans
roleplay to
talk.
the max.
Sure. Yeah, I'll delicately like wiggle out of the tent because I don't want to wake up what's his puss.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, he just takes up a wee space.
It's a
and
wee
it's,
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas I'm like full like starfishing in the
Spread eagle.
pretty much. So I'll just go in. I'm gonna sit by the fire. And kind of keep an eye out generally what's going on, but I'm also 100% just reading my book about pickling things, so...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. So roll a perception check. Alright.
Gladly. 17.
Yeah, it's quiet. You two can kind of hear that there's a pack of some kind of wild dog anyway. Nearby. It gets a little closer, but then starts to then go more into the distance. So it seems they may have passed you. You can hear the crazy animal noises as well. The hooting and the hollering in the trees.
Okay.
So yeah, it's uneventful. Everything seems quiet. Everyone's just kind of snoozing away. You can kind of hear a restless sort of like in his sleep. We're looking, or he's having like a bad dream.
This is like leg twitching, like
Yeah, he's having a little anxiety dream. Like,
Milda!
oh.
No, that greatly upset Skip. He's more determined than ever to rescue this poor old woman.
Okay. All right. Your watch is done.
I will go and wake up Beishra, was it?
Mhm.
In an appropriate manner without kicking or caressing.
That is the appropriate way of waking people up. Avoiding
It's somewhere
those two
in
things.
between those two things, and that's what I
Yeah.
do. I'll go and like, oh, because she's like buried in the earth, right?
It's just like my head and tail.
Yeah. I'd be like, Beishra. It's your turn, pal.
Right.
It's your turn, pal.
Yeah. Right next to your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen like crocodiles or lizards, anything like that? When they wake up, it's just like they don't
Yeah.
move. It's just the eyes, just like
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like, I'm so sleepy, good morning. It's just like,
Yeah.
awake.
I love it.
Okay, I'll get out.
Yeah.
I won't shake off the dirt. Kaysen
Sure.
will come with me, follow me through the path.
Okay.
Like-
I tell her that I heard some noises, but nothing too worrisome.
Noises.
Yeah, it sounded like some kind of animals, some maybe wolves or something, but they seem to have moved on.
Yep.
And I point out which direction they were in.
Okay. I'll stoke up the fire, get it warm.
She doesn't like being cold.
I just be like, you hear anything? You call for me, buddy.
Mm.
Roll a perception for me.
Womp womp womp. Oh no, that's a natural one.
I mean, it was gonna happen.
It's my first roll on the stream. Look, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, see ya.
Starting strong.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Blah.
I tried.
Yeah. You did. You don't hear nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Don't hear any of the animal noises.
No. They're maybe going on, but you just kind of you're not really paying too much attention. You're quite focused on the fact that it's feeling cold tonight. It was a particularly cloudless day, which means all the heat has escaped, so the nighttime gets quite cold.
Yeah.
And you don't like that. But eventually, morning breaks, the sun starts to rise, and it is a new day. You have had a fairly uneventful evening, which you're probably quite glad of, given that you're carting around a wee delicate soul.
Not for like the physical demands, but I you know, my heart bleeds for this poor man. Emotionally,
You
it's
wake
very
up,
draining.
yeah, heart is heavy. But yeah, so you pack up your camp again. You guys have a good routine with this now. Get it all loaded onto the horses and what have you, and set off. It doesn't take too long, maybe a few hours, before you reach the Linden Green farm. A common sight for you guys. You've not only visited here when you were doing the job for them, but you've passed it a couple times on the road north if you've had jobs in this area. And you've probably stopped off maybe once or twice since then just to see how they're doing, get a couple pastries, that kind of thing.
Shoot the shit.
Yeah. But it's a nice little farmhouse. The building itself is wooden and it's been painted white, so it looks really nice in this area. So he says, "Well, this is me. I'll do my best to keep the house in order as she would, so that she doesn't come back to any work." And you can see that he's like convincing himself that she's definitely coming back.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna get the house ready for her.
Sad for the first dream adventure.
Yeah. So he kind of says, "So if you need anything, let me know. Obviously, it would be good if you could set off and get there as soon as possible. They would have gone that way." And he kind of points, not so much on the main road. There's like a smaller road that connects this farm to another neighboring farm. And he says, from there you would then just carry on north, and that's where they seem to be traveling. It's where I saw the tracks, and I wish you luck. I wish you luck.
We'll bring her home.
Thank you.
That was very epic.
Yeah.
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 We'll bring her home.
Home.
I was about to really badly start saying Les Mis at you there, but I'll try not to.
Please no.
Please no, yeah.
Speak about apologies to the podcast listeners. Try to sing a Les Mis over the mic. No.
Anyway.
Excellent. So you guys now have a vague direction that he has advised you on, and the day is yours. It's maybe 10 in the morning by now, by the time that you reach the farmhouse. So.
Okay. Does it look? I'd like to see if it looks like it's in any kind of disarray. If anything, it looks like something's gone down.
Yeah,
I'm expecting
are you looking around the farmhouse, or are you going? Yeah, are you going up
farm.
along the path that he around the farmhouse? Okay,
We'll
do a
see.
perception check from.
I mean, a little bit both. Oh well. 17 again. I keep rolling 15. I'm okay with this dice today.
Yeah. You don't necessarily see much here beyond what you would expect from around a farmhouse. There's the traffic in and out of this doorway, as it's the main doorway to get south to Calford. There's more tracks around the back that would lead into the various fields and farm of the farm. So.
Okay.
Doesn't seem much disturbed here.
Okay. Did you just look around the farm? Can I look at like the way they go out of the place, like the way they go north, just to see any disturbances or anything?
Yeah.
Probably not gonna be able to see anything, but I'll try.
You head along the path that he'd initially indicated for you, which takes you along the side of roughly 3 of the fields, and you can start to see things. So roll, I'm going to say investigation for just looking for stuff. Disturbance.
Yeah, I got a 15. 18,
Nice.
sorry, 18, yeah. I don't know where that came from. Okay.
Yeah, so you can see that a couple of the posts and wire and that would have been fielding in for the crops on this side of the farm. You can see that a couple of them have been knocked over. One of them looks completely broken. And into the actual field where the crops are growing, you can see that some of it has been trampled. So there's definitely been disturbance in this area.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go back to the guys and relay that information to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went down the path a little bit, and I see that there's some fencing and stuff been knocked over and then trampled grass and that. So I think they've gone that way. So if we maybe keep tracking their path, then we could find them.
Good on
What do
you.
you guys
to the
think?
other farm.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the road north, then they'll have gone past the other farm. They might have heard something.
Sure. I say something that sounds a little bit patronizing, but isn't. It's just Skip. Being like, good initiative, you, Ember. Well done, using your old noggin.
I take that as a compliment. I'm like, guys.
Okay.
You're so nice, Skip.
Eric rolls his eyes.
I'll get stuck one day, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, well, indeed.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really optimistic.
All right. So, whoever wants to take charge of following this path can roll a survival for me.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps your ranger.
I know.
Redeem myself.
Please don't me. Please don't me.
Just pointing out, there's a path here. We should follow it. Basil's just like, okay.
Yeah. She's doing her thing.
Like
11.
Tasting the air.
11. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you can. I mean, it's easy enough to see these tracks because they're fairly heavy-footed creatures, and it's not like they were trying to be subtle about it. So you can see lots of large footprints heading off on this path north. You guys just kind of fall in line and follow Bayshore. It's a thing you guys have done before. You just kind of let her do her thing and just.
What
Yeah.
do the footprints look like?
They're big. They're roughly the kind of footprint that you've seen before that Skip might make. So big meaty feet. Yeah.
Big meat feet.
Big meaty feet.
That's really
Yeah.
gross.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's not a nice image.
At least they're
You're
hairless,
welcome.
though, unlike orcs.
That's true. That's the one hairless
Saving
part of
grace.
Skip's body that he's happy with. My feet.
Doesn't have hairy toes, so.
And his knuckles as well. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so you can follow on, and it starts to lead you north. It seems to skirt past the other farm, more on the periphery of it, and then it seems to join what looks like a more established road, although it's still like a dirt track style road, heading north. The footprints seem less heavy-footed here, in that the ground is a little drier here, so there's less squidgy mud to leave the footprint in, rather than that which is around the fields. So
It will be harder to track from here.
Doing your best, though, buddy. I wink at you, and it's just everything.
So you've wink. I like to think that Skip is one of those really, really awkward winkers. Like it takes him a
Like me in real life trying to wink.
really
It's like,
laboured. Yeah. Just blinking with two eyes.
oh, dear.
Yeah. So you've found the periphery of this other farm, and you've also seen the path that is leading north. What would you like to do?
So it might be an idea to quickly speak to the other farm. They might notice more, or we're missing tracks. The orcs went and harassed them as well.
Sure.
What do
You
we
all
think,
want to do
gang?
that?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. We'll cover all of our bases and hope that time isn't an issue.
I can tell Beisha doesn't want to do it. Like, no. Follow these tracks. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have the tracks. We have tracks.
That is true.
I'll-
That is true.
What we follow?
I'll stay here with you, Beisha, while they can go and chat
No.
if you want.
No,
No?
we're not doing that. Bayshore has a good point there, Eric. We have the tracks, and if anyone is missing from that farm, chances are they're at the end of these tracks. So
I still think it was an inside job, so...
2 birds, 1 stone. Of course you do.
We haven't seen anybody from this other farm. How do we know they're not out to get his land? Could be a ploy. Just saying.
Anyway, let's
Oh my god.
roll these tracks.
Is he one of those like big myth debunking kind of
Conspiracy.
Yeah, for
conspiracy
sure.
theorists?
Eric is
Yeah.
old. He has seen every trick and ploy in the book at this
Yeah,
stage. He wouldn't be
yeah,
surprised by that sort of
Yeah.
thing
Oh my God.
anymore.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we're following the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Another survival roll for me then to see if you can track on this slightly harder ground.
All rests on you.
No pressure.
22.
Ah.
It's gonna do that.
I mean, you didn't
Extreme, I
start
was-
off well.
I'm redeeming myself.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you can follow these tracks, no bother. It's further north. It then passes away from the field and back out onto just grasslands. And you're starting to follow. Thankfully, the ground isn't totally dry to the point that no prints are being left. So there's still enough that you can see, or like the scraping of something in the ground, or there's enough for you to be following this track. No bother as you lead the group north.
Okay.
North.
I mean, I don't imagine that they'll be as active during the day, but I'm also kind of just trying to keep an eye out, well, an ear out, I suppose, for those animal noises, that we heard last night.
Yep. Do a perception check, and anyone else who is also just generally being watchful as you head up the path, or
It's not the best.
listening.
It's not the best.
I'm
9?
I will do some general watching.
What did you get, Skip?
9.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, back of my mind
Tried,
thought
but-
it's not really
Yeah.
not too worried.
What'd you
about
get, Eric?
19. I'm
Nice.
doing well
Okay.
perception today.
Yeah.
First.
So you don't necessarily hear too much animal noise. You find in this area the noisier animals tend to be nocturnal for whatever reason. And Eric, he's just generally being watchful because he's aware that you guys are following a group which are likely dangerous. You don't necessarily know the numbers of it, so he's probably just being, in that calculating risk, kind of, watching his own back deal and making sure everyone's okay. You start to hear noises ahead of you and then into what seems to be a dip in the landscape. There's the occasional gentle hill, not high. It's a very rolling kind of landscape, very, Rohan. And you, as the road seems to go past what seems to be a small hill, and just beyond that, almost within the hill, it's strange. There must be like a dip in it. You can hear sounds of something, people, creatures, general like talking. Where where you're aware that it's happening, but it's a low enough bass that you can't make out any kind of words.
I will relay this. Guys, I hear something up ahead. Hold on.
I like that he doesn't do the like, shh, like be quiet, guys. He's just like, guys, there's something up ahead.
I mean, he's not a loudly spoken man, though. So.
It's true. Yeah.
Unless
not
it's
subtle either.
explosions.
Yeah.
No,
He's not a subtle
subtlety isn't
creature.
his.
Yeah.
Forte.
Although surprisingly, I'm good at stealth for somebody
Yeah.
so unsubtle.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you wish to proceed?
I believe we should dismount because it could be
Correct. That is probably a good shout. We'll find somewhere safe to store our horses, which we will later return to, and they will be fine. Okay?
trouble. Can we just put them in the bag of holding?
Make a note.
Yeah. Come on.
Could you imagine, like, given the size of the opening of a bag of holding, trying to like,
love
it's
it.
like that scene, in Fantastic Beasts where he's trying to get that big creature into the briefcase, and it's just like, it would be very that.
Oh my
Plus, they
God.
die. But,
Is there somewhere
Did
that
they
we
die?
can?
What?
It's like
It's
a vacuum.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's no air. Yeah. There's no air in there. You
Well, thank God I
suffocate.
haven't tried to put any prisoners in there yet.
love
Keeping you for later.
Is
Do your
there-
perception
yeah,
check for
I
me
need
to
to
see.
see if there's
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Find somewhere safe.
Okay. 20, but not natural.
Nice. Yes, you can see a very small copse of trees, like maybe 5 or 6, just off to the left, which is the opposite direction from where the sounds are coming from, which seems sense.
Oh, that's fortunate.
Yeah. We're like, oh, look over there. Isn't that lucky?
There's like fence. There's like fucking valet parking for our horses.
Post, yeah, yeah.
Thank God.
There's a wee stable boy there with a brush in hand and a bag of oats. It's a copse of trees.
Yeah,
so,
that's great.
yeah, you guys are able to dismount, get them tied up, and keep them safe, certainly.
Okay. Did I decide what I named my horse? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
I
matter.
don't remember.
Who can say?
Miss Mantu, maybe.
Miss Mantu. I'll just like pat him on the head and be like, "Back for you soon, pal. Worry not.
Uh-huh.
You'll be fine."
Yeah, they seem pretty chill. These, the animals that they buy in for the avant-garde are horses that are known not to spook when they buy them
Yeah.
in from trainers and stuff, because they're going to be out adventuring. So you need to have horses that are going to be able to cope with the fact that you might get ambushed by something, and they don't want them spooking and running away, that kind of thing. So yeah, these horses are pretty.
I'm just
Yeah,
very
they're
aware
sturdy.
that, you know, I think that maybe Skip is projecting onto his horse here, but he's aware that he's a Clydesdale and he doesn't really fit in with the others, so I'm worried he might not, you know, so I just need to give him a wee pep
But
talk.
I ride
Okay.
a
Okay.
pony.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Mine's
You
out
be
of place
friends
as
with the wee
well.
pony. Okay, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yes, your horses are safe. You're aware that there are sounds ahead. A couple of you are probably starting to pick up on it. The ones with higher passive perception, you can hear that kind of low, bassy talk going on.
Can I listen in and see if I recognize what language they're speaking? If anything.
Yeah, you'd have to get a bit closer, and then
Oh,
you could
okay,
do a
okay.
perception check. Yeah, it's a little too far to really
I got
make
you,
out
I got you.
words. Yeah.
I would like to do that when we're within earshot, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Roll perception for me.
19. Nisha.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Not orc. I speak common and giant.
Okay, it's neither of those.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah, it's a kind of gravelly, grunty kind of sound. So you're like, whatever it is, it doesn't sound very civilized.
Yeah,
Says the big Goliath.
whatever.
So,
okay.
How
That's
do you
fine.
guys wish to approach this potential threat?
Sorry, are they like in like a little dip in the hill? So like,
Mhm.
okay, I think we should stealth over and see what we can see from the top of the hill. If everyone's
Yeah,
up
because
for
your
that.
options seem to be going up the hill, and it's not very big at all. It's just a little hillock, if you will, or going along the path, because they seem to be somewhere where the two are connecting.
Okay. Yeah, we should go and see what we can.
Up
see
the
what we
hill.
can see.
Yeah.
Yay. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh.
All right.
Right.
So you
Nice.
guys head up the hill.
Yeah.
Gingerly.
Yep.
Gingerly.
Yeah.
How gingerly?
90 gingerly.
93.5 gingerly. Roll stealth then if you're being
Oh.
super ginger.
Oh.
Ew.
God.
Oh no.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, Bayshore, what'd you got?
A 14. Middling.
Okay. Yeah,
Middling.
middling. Ember?
16.
16. Skip?
With my -1 to Dex, I got a 9.
And Eric.
With my +2 to stealth, I also got 9.
Okay. Alright. Through either lumbering heavy-footedness or clanky heavy armor, the pair of you aren't being super subtle as you huff your way up this hill. Because you're like you're taking more measured steps, which is requiring a bit more muscle work as you creep your way up this hill, and you're like, oh god.
Just kill me now.
You do, however, reach the top of the hillock, if you will. Roll perception for me.
Everyone.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, it's back to normal.
Provided you're all indeed up the hill. Right. Ember,
10.
Beishra,
21.
Skip,
12.
and Eric.
4.
Jesus
You just had a breath
Christ,
at the top of the
boy.
hill.
You
You're
just
just like,
had a breath.
oh,
You know,
Stupid idea. Who
you
thought
know,
this was a good
man.
idea?
Yeah, you know, man.
Ugh.
They're taking you hill climbing. What were they thinking? Yes. Higher numbers. You guys can see that down in the area, it's kind of like a slightly hollowed out cove. Like it may be in ages past was a quarry. Like they'd been actually digging out the rock off the side of this hillock. Now it's just created this hollow where a couple of trees have grown. And you can see that sitting around an old dead campfire are 4 orcs. Yeah. However, a couple of them seem to have stopped what they were talking about. Like, you get this sort of moment where you get to the top of the hill and doing your perception, and then there's that moment where everything goes quiet. And then you're like, oh, shit. And one of them does seem to look up. It's hard to tell if he's necessarily looking directly at you, but he's aware that there's a noise up there. Can I get initiative from everyone?
Let's go.
Let's get some fighty tunes on.
Hey, the fighty tunes.
Now we fighty tune. I take it that was real good. Was that real good?
Top.
Yeah. Right. Beishra. Is the music coming through? Alright, everyone. Just saying.
I'll adjust a little
You're
bit.
getting it now. I'm getting some drums.
Good.
yeah, nothing.
Drums. Yeah, sorry, Beishra, what you got?
I got 17.
Nice. Kason?
12.
12. Ember?
3.
3.
Mm.
Skip?
15.
15. Eric?
19.
No bad.
Jesus, boy.
Oh, well done, guys. Yeah, it's really good.
It's no vodka.
I cared.
I'm sorry, people who are not dark. I'm sorry. It happens now and then.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Just count it as like an education for you all.
Aw.
So that if you ever find your way in this neck of the woods,
They announced
know
that some dialects are like science-wise the same as having another language. It was on the news.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, is Doric one of them?
I don't know. I got bored reading it.
Probably. Oh, that's quite interesting. Okay, I've had enough.
I mean,
Oh, that's a great headline. Oh, there's
I'm
words after
a
it.
like
Oh.
shitty millennial who doesn't read anything. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay, so you guys are up on top of this ridge. It's about 10 feet high. It's not very big. Slopes down, but it's quite a steep backed, scooped out hollow because it was originally quarried out. You're not far off the ledge to head down and round onto the actual path. These guys are all in front of you, fanning out around this campfire. So they have definitely noticed that you're there. So neither group is going to get a surprise, which means we're going straight to Eric.
Well, let's start with Dandelion.
Mm-hmm.
And take a shot.
Okay.
All within my range.
All right. Yeah, they are.
What were their positionings and who looked scary?
They've roughly fanned out. They all look about as scary as each other. Nobody is looking more scary than the others.
No ranged weapons. All just slobbering.
You can do a perception for me if you want. See if you notice any.
That'd be my action.
No. I
No.
tend to. This is another little homebrew thing for me. I think actions that are like physical actions, fair enough. Take a full action, but if it's just something like looking or hearing, I tend not to count it. A bit of a free action for me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't notice if there's any ranged weapons. If there is,
I mean, they look
Wonderful.
scary, so clearly
That'll
you
be
just need
enough.
to take them out.
So I'll go for the one closest to the middle.
Okay, yeah.
And where's my? I've lost a D10. I've lost it. So much for being really quick.
Mid-aim.
I needed one
It's all
after
going so
all.
well. Well,
Oh yeah.
What am I
anyway,
doing?
it's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
With 12 damage.
Oh,
Oh, your drinking just
Very
synced up.
good.
That was weird.
did it?
Yeah.
Did we?
How much damage? Sorry, 12.
12.
Okay. Good stuff. All right. Beishra.
I'm going to stab my spear into the ground, and because that's the noise that it makes apparently, and take out my short bow, and I'm just gonna ready it for if they like either shoot at us or make motions towards us, anything threatening. Because at the moment I'm kind of like, it's a bit of a stalemate. Who knows? So just ready.
Okay. Yeah. So you're readying an action in case they look threatening.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, I'll say, case like in Draconic, case on ready yourself. So he'll be like, not up and ready, but just there. Just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Aw.
It's super
Ready.
cute.
Trying to kill some people.
Yeah. Okay. It is now their turn. So, two, sort of like reach down at their feet and pick up what appears to be a javelin, and
Don't
ready
do it.
themselves to throw them. Yeah.
Don't do it.
And the other two are going to come up in melee because they're going to use their aggressive bonus action and move extra speed towards you. So the first two is going to be Skip and Ember. Are kind of in their line of sight. Sauce balls!
Okay.
Sauce balls!
Sorry about
Skip, that is 16 to hit.
Yeah, like with gusto.
For 7 piercing damage
Fantastic.
as a javelin kind of like goes into your thigh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ouch.
Oh, right in my thigh. Get smarts. Oh, sorry.
You kill Ember. It's a fix. It's a fix.
Oh, it's a natural 20. Sorry, pal.
So
I was thinking
Yeah.
it'd be too mean to send the melee people. But no, never mind. For 11 piercing.
Cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's alright. You're
All
welcome.
good.
The other two have ran up and using just their general aggression and snarling, they kind of have a similar demeanor in the way that they do this to what you see Skip getting when he's like real mad. And they come up around the back of Eric and Beishra, go at you with their Grutax.
Come at me, bro.
Oh, that's just a 10 against Beishra. I'm assuming doesn't hit, and Eric. Oh, that's not good. That's a 14 to hit.
No.
No. So they
Just-
come up and swing, and then you guys are just dodging out of the way. Turning it. No,
can
no
I-
fielding apparently.
Coming at ya.
Coming at you. What were you gonna say? Yes, you can take your turn now. They have made aggressive actions, so you're allowed to
I
take that
think-
action now.
I'll shoot the one that was. So you said that they came up and around behind us.
Yeah, they're kind of coming up the ridge towards you. Yeah.
Okay,
So it's
I'll
like
say-
more adjacent rather than behind. But...
Okay, so yeah, so I'll say as he was kind of obviously coming towards me, that's when I would have tried to shoot him.
Yeah.
Say try. I will shoot him.
Do it.
Have faith.
10. That's plus 2 as well. 12.
12 does not get him, unfortunately. Oh, it's so close. So close. It just kind of, it goes close and it seems to just ping off of his great axe, actually. It goes and it just kind of, he's like, the way that he's running, it kind of pings off the great axe as he's running, and just kind of goes wild.
Oh,
It's like
Yeah.
a shit Wonder Woman.
incidental.
Yeah. Alright, Skip. It's your turn.
Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna burst into Barbarian Rage because I'm real mad. because my friends are getting hurt, and also because he just hurt my thigh really badly.
You got a jab
Right? It's like it's still in there, like it's just hanging out. Like,
Ah!
no, okay.
Jim Carrey style.
I was gonna say Ace Ventura.
I'm not okay with this. So yeah,
No.
I'm just like, light on, rah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna grab my great axe and I'm gonna run it. Specifically, can I get to the one that threw the javelin at me?
Yeah, you can jump down, so you would have to roll an athletics just to like land on the ground, I would say,
Sure,
to
I can do
see
that.
how easy you do it, and then
Will
I'd be
you
happy
include
with
that as
Sure.
part of my movement?
Yeah, considering that this ridge is like almost the same height as you, so it's like you,
I'll like
it's
fall
10
over and
feet,
like twist
you're
my
into
ankle.
something. Yeah, it's like jumping off a bit of a wall.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just do the roll just so I can see how you land, and then it's kind of part of your movement. But you'd manage to make the one who threw the javelin at you.
Okay, athletics.
Yeah.
21. I do a flip and
You do
it's
it with
amazing.
gusto. You do like the superhero 3-point landing with your great axe in the other hand, like
Superhero landing!
Yeah.
It's
and then you go
it's
charging
very
at him.
impressive.
Yeah.
And-
Make your attack.
oh, holy. Okay, tits. 20.
Oh,
Oh, tits. 24 to hit, please.
that hits. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, rad. Oh my god, amazing. I just rolled a 12 on my d12. So 14, 16 slashing.
16
I'm going straight for
is
the
enough.
collarbone.
Yeah, you kill him in like one swoop. Please describe that for me.
It's
Nice.
gratuitously gory. Just it's like
Okay.
Tarantino film. It's just
Is it like collarbone down
Yeah.
to like bottom of the ribs?
collarbone,
Like
bottom of the ribs, cut them in half.
yeah.
My usual.
I like
It's my standard move. But,
That's your signature move
yeah.
to go through the yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you cleave him in two. It looks terrifying.
It's
The
really
other guy
gross.
standing next to him is like.
all the while, this fucking javelin is like hanging out of my leg.
It's still there. It's fueling your rage. Absolutely. Excellent. Now it's Case and.
So yeah, that guy's close to us, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Kiss in the snack.
So
Yeah,
he
one
is going
attempted
to...
melee.
He's gonna bite.
Nom nom nom.
No, I know he only got an 8. He's trying.
He's trying.
He's
It just goes a
trying.
little. They're quite tall, so it just takes him a little bit. He kind of overfires. So bless him. He tries. Ember.
Okay, I'm gonna hide like a little bitch. So,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna.
I mean, there's a tree you could probably get behind if you wanted to. Yeah.
Well, okay, I was gonna turn myself invisible and then kind of go up around behind them so I can get them from there.
Yeah. Your action would be to turn invisible, though.
Okay, that's fine. I will. Sure.
Okay. Are you going for one of the two that are up on this ledge? Because although Skip can probably jump down because he's a Goliath barbarian.
I'm not jumping down. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna.
I'll delicately slide down on your bum like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna get them from behind this round, but I was gonna save it for the next round. So, make myself invisible with my witch's potions. I brew them all together.
Yeah. You could. It's like quick action. You've got like your herbs on one side, your little vials in the other, and you just wah, 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 and
Yeah.
make a potion. And yeah. Okay.
And then, yeah.
What movement are you wanting to make?
Just so I can be, I'll kind of away from the group a little bit, and then
Okay.
a little bit behind. I can only move 30, so.
Yeah, there's two. So Eric and Beishra are next to you on your left, and there's two that are in melee with them, and then there's the one that's down in the hollow, in the pit,
Right, okay.
with. Yeah. We are in the pit. So you can try to make your way down there, or you can go for the two that are up here. In terms of getting closer to them. Or are you just
I want to
running
be further away.
The opposite direction. Alright.
I'm still getting from far.
You've
Fine.
gone invisible and you're going off in the other direction.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. You guys just kind of see Amber doing a little like potion thing, and then she just goes invisible, and you're not sure where she's gone. Excellent. All right, so it's back up to the top to Eric.
Which one is it I've hit before? Is it a melee one or now dead?
It was one of the ones that's down with Skip down in the hollow, in the pit.
Is it the living one?
Yeah.
Please don't shoot me.
Well, I'm going to do a thing.
Okay.
I'd like to finish him off. I'm going to use a grit point.
Okay.
Give myself advantage on this shooting attack.
Okay. To the one that's down in the pit?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I want to finish him.
Yeah, okay.
So-
Now officially a pit now.
Thank God for advantage. So that is a 13 to hit.
That's a meat to beat.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
For 6 damage.
6 damage. Nice. That is enough. You shoot him. It kills him, so describe it for me. Especially for what Skip sees, because he's right next to this guy.
I'll steady the pistol on my left forearm. Just breathe out slowly. Fire. It will smash through his left eyeball, smashing it to jelly, smashing the eye sockets it goes through, and then a bigger exit wound coming out near the base of the skull.
That big, just to, like,
Even though, like, Skip's already covered
Brains
in
and
blood,
stuff.
he's a bit like, it's real gross.
I mean, it's different when it's brains and bone. Blood you can handle.
Real
but,
gross, real gross.
So he is off the battlefield. No more pit orc.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah.
Because I caused a kill, I get my grit point back.
Yeah, you do. Grit points. Grit. Okay. Now it's Beshra.
The guy's still beside me.
Yeah, he's up in melee with you now.
That's fine. Gonna take out my spear, and not versatile, just one-handed, just try and jib it up into him. Get that.
Shove him.
Because he's taller than me. Get that like ribby bit.
Yeah.
And I'll. No, I won't Hunter's Mark him. I'll just do standard. Just standard shit.
Okay.
Oh, fuck's sake! Like I just crawled under this rock that apparently I'm just been in.
Ow. What'd you get?
Let me math this. 9. Like it's one worse than last time.
Unfortunately, you don't hit. You try to stab him, and it just doesn't work. In fact, you kind of almost do, but you get it right into like a leather strap of like what he's wearing, so it just sticks into the leather, and then you pull it back again. Yeah, it didn't go in, didn't cut. All right, it is their turn. So there's 2 up there. They're going to continue to melee Beshra and Eric. Ooh, 15 against Beshra.
Yeah, that one will do it.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, great axe. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Oh god.
Oh my god, I'm disappointed.
That wasn't nearly enough damage.
I know, I'm not murdering my players.
That's a 7 slashing. Slash. And that's a 21 against Eric.
That is a hit, yeah.
Yeah. Eric's the only
Unbelievable.
one with a high AC. Everyone else has ridiculously low AC.
That must be really hard for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not really.
9 slashing damage as he chops down at you. Gives you a dent in that armor. Aya. Excellent. That's their turn. They're going to continue wailing on you guys. Skip, it's your turn. You're in the pit.
I am in the pit, very much so. So, besides being thoroughly grossed out, there's still someone down there, right? Or is there...
No, they're both
both
dead.
dead.
There's 2 that are not melee on the ledge, but you could probably just about get to the one that's at the back who is against Beshra, so you could probably get up to the back of him.
Yeah, I'll do that. Coming to help you, buddy!
Yeah, so you just follow the route they took by actually going up the side of the hill there. Make your attack.
Please. 14?
14 hits!
Oh, thank goodness for my
Yeah.
attack bonus.
Yeah.
Oh well, cool.
What's the damage?
It is... Sorry about this, hang on. 12 slashing.
Okay.
Going for the backs of the knees.
Back.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooch.
Ooch.
That's the appropriate level of reaction to
Yeah.
yeah. Ooch.
So that hurts. It does seem to like really mangle one of his legs. Like he struggles to stand on that one. So he's looking rough. Regretting his life decisions. All right, Kason.
He's just gonna continue to bite.
Yeah.
What? Oh no! The rolled off the table. Let me try again.
Oh,
No. No! Why is this happening for stream? Like last week, it was like 20s.
I know, it was
coming out
amazing.
Yeah.
but
It
it was
was
all
amazing.
over the place. Cock.
And now you're just all over the place.
Now
And
you're
now
just
it's a
all over the
mess
place.
all over the place.
It's alright, someone has to take that mantle in a fight. You know, it happens.
Usually me,
Yeah,
so
well,
good.
yeah.
Well,
Every
you,
time I got
you do
stuck
way
to
more
a minute.
damage, so rather me.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
Excellent. So Kason tries again, and he's just not quite getting the right
Just-
trajectory with his Ember, you're currently invisible.
Do I have line of sight on any of them? Or
Yeah.
people in my way? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go try to... I know it'll drop my visibility, so I'm gonna do Firebolt against the one that's going against Beisha.
Bisha. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go for
Thank
it.
you.
Oh, 15?
15 hits.
Just looking at my D10. For 5 damage.
For 5. Did you
Mhm.
say? Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's enough to kill him, yeah, because that's the one that Salty had got. Yeah. He's dead. You kill him with a fireball. Describe it for me.
So as I'm running away and I see that Beisha's kind of not really getting it in case, and I'm like, oh no! And then I have to drop my visibility, and I'm just
Yeah.
like aim right for the head,
Yeah.
just to set his hair on fire, I guess. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Because
exciting.
your friends are in danger, and you're willing to drop your own protective bubble of invisibility to protect your pals. And it catches fire, and then you just see, like, as his whole head goes on fire, the smell for, I mean, Skip's raging, so I don't know how much he's really paying attention, but certainly Beisha, there's that smell of like cooking meat as he blisters up, and it just kind of cooks his head. It's real gross. Yeah.
I salivate.
What does
I'll
Ark
take
taste
any
like?
meat I can get.
Yeah, you've probably not tasted Ark before. That would be a new experience for you. Up to Eric.
Right.
He's, like, right on you. Yeah.
Shot number 3 from Dandelion into this guy's gut.
Nice.
Yes, that is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
4. 1 damage.
Oh,
Oh, no, what was it? What was it? No, 1 damage. 5 damage.
You've got a bonus on
'Cause-
top
yeah, I
of
forgot
that.
my
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always forget about it.
Yeah. Alright,
I'm
5
still a
damage. So you
D&D
kinda...
newbie in the grand scheme.
I know, I know.
I know. So you
I-
get him in the gut, and
okay.
he groans. It clearly hurts him, but he's a big, meaty kind of thing, so he's fighting through it. Bishra. The one in front of you is just being cooked, and you're aware that there's one to your left that's currently fighting Eric.
Within range?
Yes.
As in, like, melee range?
Yes.
I'll just turn around and shiv.
Sure.
Ha!
Right in the
I'll
side.
try.
Yeah. Kidney shot.
Exactly. Does that mean... Oh, no, I have to land help. Yeah, these days it's help turn to do that. Okay. Oh, fuck it. Using the spear. No.
Aww.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
It's not your day. It's not your day.
Not her day. She's distracted by the smell of the cooking meat. Like, she's trying to shift this guy, but she's like, I wonder what art would taste like. Would it be
Oh.
stringy or like? Because they're muscly. It would surely taste quite good.
Be like pork.
Yeah.
Definitely get to that afterwards.
Other white meat. Yeah. Slightly
The
grey
other.
Creamy.
Oh god.
It's this guy's turn, so he's like, he's got folks ally around him. So he's gonna keep going for it, Eric, because you're the one that's right in front of him, and you just gut shot him. So, someone else tried a gut shot and failed. Unfortunately, he does not hit with a 12 to hit. Not gonna do it for Eric.
Eric will laugh at him. More
I
like
don't know why
Gimli.
we'd laugh like
more
that.
more like Gimli in the Two Towers on the Deeping
Okay.
I thought
Wall.
you were saying like more like a giggle. Like Jesus Christ, sinister.
I like it. So he fails. Skip, it is your turn next. There's one foe on the field.
I'm gonna
Get him,
go and
Skip.
give it my all.
Sick 'em! Yeah.
Sick 'em, Skip.
Sick 'em, Skip.
I'm gonna pelt towards it, raise my axe, and hope for the best.
Yeah. Yep.
Achoo. Oh, okay. 24 to hit, please.
Yes.
Oddly enough.
No, it doesn't.
No,
he
it doesn't.
suddenly gets really strong armor.
I'm also loving this D12 tonight.
Yeah.
So that would be 16 slashing.
Nice. That murderizes him. Murderizes him. Describe it for me. It's the last.
It's the last one.
enemy. How does it? Yeah. How does it do it?
Oh.
I know. I feel bad. I'm sorry. I mean, going for my signature move again, but I'm gonna try and give it a little tweak. You know, swip it up a bit. So it's kind of like a chop in half, but with a dip. It's very gory.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
you maybe go from like the
unnecessary.
underside this time.
Yeah, okay.
When you do it, it basically just sprays everyone else in blood. It's just, and it's right through the middle, so it's real like juicy. Yeah, all over them.
Juicy.
Yeah. So you
That's
you
upsetting.
murderize him, and he is gone. With the orcs out of the playing field, you guys are kind of like. Have a bit of a look around. It seemed to have only been them for now. You're not sure what else is there. You're not sure if Milna's there. For the moment, though, it seems that the battle is over. And that, my friends, is where we're going to take a break. We're going to be away for about 10 minutes. So relax, grab yourselves a drink or whatever, stretch your legs. I'm probably going to go in the chat. I don't know about the other guys. And yeah, we'll see you in 10.
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you all had a decent break. Just got a couple of announcements before we get back into it. Just so you guys know, you can find us on Twitter at Lore Maidens. You can also find us on Instagram using that, and we have a Facebook. We will soon, hopefully by next week, have a website up and running that will pool all of it together. You'll also be able to find character sheets there if you want to know any intimate details. And there will be featuring the character art, which was done by Allison Howle. Her art is absolutely fantastic. We're very lucky to have the art from her. We're just waiting on Eric to come through, and I can't wait to see him. I think it's going to be very entertaining. See just how grumpy he looks. On top of that, myself and Hannah will be heading down to London on December 2nd for Dragon Meet, which is a games convention in the UK. They're going to be having a podcast zone, which we've been invited down to and will be part of. So if any of you guys are in the UK and plan on going to Dragon Meet, you will find us there. We should have a table there with some banners and stuff, and it'll be very exciting. Maybe some little bits of merchandise if we're lucky. I know, yeah, it's exciting. I haven't told these guys yet; they haven't seen it. So yeah, that will be quite exciting. If you guys check out on Twitter D20 Summit, there's one episode out so far, and the next episode features my good self. It's a coming together of people who DM and run D&D podcasts, and yeah, it's quite exciting. It's a good project to be part of. I'm very excited about it. It'll be interesting to see what it sounds like when it comes out. And that's my announcement, and I think Nick has one as well.
Yeah, so I'm making the intro for our stream, which is super exciting. It's super cheesy, super 80s, and I think you guys will love it.
I'm so excited
also,
for it. It's gonna be so
god.
good.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Can't
And I hope so.
I know, no pressure. No pressure, okay?
I know. And we also have a YouTube as well. So if you check us out on there, we have an introduction to all our characters on there as well, and also the introduction to our lovely DM. And yeah, so you should subscribe on there as well, because we'll be uploading as much as we can there too.
Yeah. Excellent. Does anyone else have anything to announce at the moment?
Beisha has an announcement.
Okay.
Kaysen decided to join us. He decided to wake up and say hello.
Hi, Kason. He looks so colourful and cute.
Oh.
Lovely. He's shed now.
Shedded, yeah.
So this is Ash. She plays Kason.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Ash, give a boop. Give a boop.
Boop,
Boop
boop,
the
boop,
snoot.
boop on the
I
snoot.
love it.
Yeah. We
So
all
he loves
are.
to sip.
Yeah, we're all very fond of our animals, and occasionally the various pets will come and feature in the stream. I have closed out my cats today because they have a tendency of walking past the camera and flashing butthole, which they should buy you dinner first,
Yeah, full butthole.
yeah. They may feature in weeks to come, but for the moment they've been closed out and relegated.
Yeah.
All right. So if that is everything, we're ready to jump back in, guys.
Oh, wait.
You're muted, Andrew. Yeah. Andrew, there's no sound coming out of your mouth. I like to just
Oh no.
Technical difficulties, jeez.
Yeah.
Go to Discord.
Hello?
There
There
we
we
go.
go. Right.
Got it.
Yay.
I didn't press anything. Oh wait, no, it
Obviously
did. Yeah, because I was typing on my computer earlier, and of course the keystroke for ease is M.
Oh, that was silly.
I'm worried that
Anyway.
my eye roll might get stuck in the back of my head.
I
We've
am
gone
a
over
literature
this,
student.
pal.
I don't do the tech.
Yeah.
Clearly.
What would you like to say, Andrew?
There's nothing too important, but to chime in on the Scots versus Norse dwarf debate,
Yeah.
Billy Connolly as Dane. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
It was
Interesting.
brilliant.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
If Eric was happier,
Yeah.
it'd be him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
We'll need to work towards
I like
that.
it. I
then.
kind of, yeah. You tend to find, and no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. Game of Neverwinter. but-
Blueberry lemonade.
Blueberry lemonade. Yeah. When playing Neverwinter, myself and Hannah, because we have. I mean, I don't use such a strong accent when I'm talking or when we're streaming and that, but I can speak quite strong Scots. And you hear people trying to do like the Scottish dwarf accent, and it just makes me laugh so much. Because I think it's just because we're used to how it sounds.
Yeah.
And anyone who has the authentic accent can notice when things are a bit.
Absolutely.
Some of them are real bad. Some of them are good, to be honest. I actually.
There's
give them the
two.
case.
I think it's probably the same voice actor, but in Neverwinter there are two characters that I've come across that actually sound Scottish. The rest sound like weird Jamaican Indian nonsense. Anyway,
I love it.
Good segue,
Yeah, because I
good
couldn't
segue.
decide if when you guys encounter like a proper big crop of dwarves, I can't decide if I'm going to go full Ouija with them. Because my countryside gnomes are Doric, so they might just be full Ouija. So we'll see. We'll just have to wait and find out. Anyway, without further ado, let us continue our adventure. Music. Yeah. So, battle over. You guys take a moment to survey yourselves, the ground. Yeah, everything's kind of bloody up on top of that hill. For the moment, it seems that the orcs are gone. The four that you were fighting, there doesn't appear to be any more. So, what would you like to do to proceed?
I think we should start rifling through their pockets for clues and portable property.
And just their
Clues.
flesh.
All right. Okay, so Eric, can you roll an investigation check for me? And Beishra, it's up to you how subtle. You're not going to be subtle. I was like, you can be. No, you won't. You won't be subtle. You can go and roll a
Subtle?
survival just to try and like
Subtle?
take a few. Yeah.
Take a nibble.
Get like, because there's a good cooked bit of cheek there.
Yeah.
Yeah. She might.
There is. I am down to 3 dice. I have sequestered the rest of them away. Alright.
You've got.
They're no more. They are dead to me.
Yeah.
We'll
Have you
fail
got?
you
Have you
for
got an
last time.
overpopulated dice jail? All right. Eric, what did you get?
Well, I had a. That was a 3.
A 3. Nothing of interest.
Oh,
Orc things.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
just orc things.
Just orc things. The blog.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, completely, my brain just fell out of my head there. Beishra, what did you get for your survival?
9. That's not too bad.
You get, I mean, it's a messy affair, but you managed to get a bit of cheek off, sure. Just
Cool. Ace.
hacking away at it, you get some. You guys just kind of turn around, you're doing your own thing, and you turn and you just see Beishra like squatting over the orc, like nom nom nom.
I'm horribly upset by this. It's...
Uh-huh.
I should be used to it by now, but I'm not. I don't
Yeah.
know if I ever will be, honestly.
No. Alright. Would Ember and Skip like to do anything?
I was gonna see if I could, like, where they were sitting and stuff, see if there's left anything there, or any remnants of, what's her name? Hilda? No.
Milna. For God's
Milna.
sake, you don't know this
Hilda.
one NPC? Rude.
Hilda.
From like 6 months ago? Jeez.
Oh, right, I know.
I mean, it's just less than one would expect. You know, what can I say? Head down and roll a perception for me, just to scan over the.
Ooh, I got an 18 for that one.
Ooh, turn into Betty Boop apparently.
Ooh, ooh.
You can't see much evidence. In fact, it's hard to fully judge because you're not one for tracking footprints in dirt necessarily, but it only seems that the tracks of these guys come from the north to this place.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I say. I don't know. I'll
You like stroke your chin.
Interesting. And then just turn around to just go about your business.
Oh dear.
And Supervisor Skip, what would you like to do?
Well, first of all, I need to make sure that everyone's okay. I know that Ember was quite badly injured. Are you doing okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
I mean,
And also
still have this
Beishra
thing
was
in my-
quite
in my
unwell
head.
too. So I'm like, just take a breather, take 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. I don't say anything about like healing yourself or health potions. Fuck that though.
You've just come down from a rage, so you're like you're in skip mode, but still with that.
Yeah.
Heal yourself.
pretty much. Oh Jesus. Yeah. So I'll just try to like shake myself out of it. Like, be professional. Come here. Come on. And then. Yeah, I kind of want to survey the area. Does it look like this is just a little kind of annex of a camp, or is this the whole thing? You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Do an investigation, I would say.
Sure thing.
Just to judge the.
It's not my finest.
The
Not my
deets?
Finest roll.
No.
3.
Like, not your finest. I was thinking 11. Nope. 3.
Not my finest.
It's a camp.
Sorry, guys.
Yep. It's definitely a camp.
My face is like still covered in blood, though. Like.
Yeah, not just your face.
I mean,
just-
all of me. Yeah. I mean, my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. There's blood in your eyes. I'll just wipe that away.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you guys don't find much on the orcs apart from a cheek. You know. By the looks
Wonderful.
of the camp, Ember has figured out that there only seems to be tracks leading into this camp from the north, rather than them having come here from the south. That's about it.
Did she relay that information? I forget. Who can say?
No. So I think we should just keep trying to follow the tracks, Beishra, if you want to take the lead. I did notice that they seem to be coming in from the north rather than from where we are.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's
That's
just like,
all.
yep.
Yep. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll
All
head
right. Head up.
roughly
Yeah,
north
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and
Roll survival for me.
use one of my last 2 remaining dice.
What are you gonna do when you run out?
I'm just gonna kill myself.
All right.
Beishra just walks off in a sunset.
Or attempts to stab herself with a spear, rolls a natural 1.
Natural 20! Shut the fuck up! Natural 20! Yeah!
Finally.
It must be Ash.
It
Ash,
is.
that's his butt.
That's his butt.
His
No,
head somewhere.
He's flashing butt just like my cat. It's a butt parade. All right. Yeah. So you.
We buy a ticket to the butt parade.
Hashtag butt parade. Is that going to be the name of this party? Oh, we've broken Andrew.
I hope not.
So viewers, there's usually at least once a game where we break Andrew.
And he makes some weird like seal noise. Seal is in the animal, not the husky singer.
Come back to us, Andrew. Come back to us.
Oh dear. It used to be the thing is that was when he used to keep his laptop on his lap, so when he was laughing he just had the camera like shaking away.
It was good. It was good.
Alright, and breathe. Deep breaths. In and out. There we go. Alright, yes.
I have made a note of butt parade
I
though.
don't even know
Butt
butt
parade.
parade.
I have made a note of it.
Sorry. Okay, good. So the next time you meet like a noble family, like, we are butt parade.
We are the butt parade.
No,
Yeah.
singular butt parade.
Yeah, just the one. Okay, natural 20 on your survival check. So you also, so you can see the route that the main bulk of the orcs would have taken north, and you can see these separate tracks that these guys had taken to get to this camp, and you also see that those particular tracks came from the north into this campsite, rather than being part of the group that went north.
Like I said.
Yeah. It's easy enough to see. It's starting to get more wild, so the ground softens a little, and you lead your group north quite confidently. It takes you better part of the day. It starts to get a little dark out.
Did we take the horses?
And you guys.
No.
Sure.
Sorry.
Not again! The one thing that we weren't gonna do, and we fucking just left them there.
Yeah.
I remembered
I mean-
in the same day. I think that
While I was,
you know.
yeah, you guys would have taken it. You would have just started walking.
This is different.
Wait.
Yeah. I will say you guys did take your
Thank
horses.
you, kind, loving
Your
DM.
horses,
Thank
yeah.
you, please.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
DM.
You're welcome. Yes, you head north. It starts to get dark, and you pack yourselves up for another camp. We'll just go fairly swiftly through the perception checks on the way through. Do you want to keep the same order?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So after you've packed up your camp, you've got yourselves your bedrolls kind of rolled out, and that one big tent for the Goliath to sleep in.
I need my comforts, okay? Jeez.
Yeah,
Creature
absolutely. Yeah. Eric, can I get a perception check from you?
You can have 16.
Thank you. 16 whole
One.
I'll
perception
take
check.
it.
Yeah.
I perceive 16.
Yeah. Just the number 16 writes itself into the sky.
Like an airplane.
That's
It's a sign.
unusual. Yeah. Ember, can you roll?
Yes.
Sorry.
14.
Chat's saying it's going to be
14.
Chat's job to remind
Yeah,
them of the
I saw
horses. Accurate.
What's that?
It's going to be Chat's job to remind them about the horses, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Fucking
absolutely.
accurate.
You failed us already.
Horses! Yeah.
Remember the horses!
Alright, yeah. So far the first half of the night has gone past fairly uneventful. You can definitely hear noises. Not anywhere near you. But there's it's not a settled night, if you know what I mean. It's not like a quiet, you just hear the occasional fox noise. I won't make the fox noise this time.
Yeah,
But fox noises. Skip, can you roll for me, please?
Sure can. 12.
Okay.
Cells.
Seems fairly uneventful. You're trying your best to like look out at the roads, not realizing you don't have dark vision, so like your focus on looking at the roads isn't doing much.
I'm trying real hard, but it's just, nothing
You're
coming.
willing yourself to be able to. Yeah,
You know that way
yeah.
when you're in the dark and you open your eyes really wide so you can kind of see a little bit? That's what I'm doing with
Okay.
that face specifically.
Yeah, you turn yourself into an owl.
Pretty much.
Bishra, may you roll for me, please?
Oh, one of these guys.
For sure.
12.
Okay, I mean it's not a
Middling.
1, so you're improving.
Yeah, man. It's double digits, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell that there's noise, there's activity nearby, but again, it's not close to you guys. So because you don't feel immediate danger, it's not an immediate threat. So you kind of fairly shrug it off and just keep an eye on it. And before long, the sun rises and it is the next day.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good morning.
And then Skip obnoxiously says that he needs his coffee again. Just need my jabber, okay?
Coffee.
Right. He probably goes away with like a big flask of it so that he gets at least 1 cup per day when he's just heats up over the fire.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. So you guys prepare yourselves, get packed up, get it put back onto the horses, and head off. Can I get a survival roll from Deisha, please?
Oh no.
I mean, anyone else can join in with these, but obviously you let her do her thing.
Take the realm. So when when I like initially tracking, I like to be off the horse. Although I don't tend to ride the horse too much. I just name it the horse because names are. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! 9. And this is the one I got a natural 20.
Oh, it's letting you down. It's letting you down. Okay.
Bad dice.
It's not too difficult. You're finding it harder to notice the orc footprints, but you're aware that this is the path north. So you just follow the path north, assuming that if they had strayed off this path, you would have seen it in the actual grassland. Like you would have seen footprints. So you're like, the absence of footprints suggests they're taking this path. So you start to follow on.
Sure.
You're like, they didn't go off that way, so they must have gone this way. Yeah. It's not too difficult a job, I would say. So you guys just keep on keeping on. As you head north, you're going to a part of north that you guys haven't necessarily been to before, because a lot of your jobs tend to take part in the peninsula. When you get up to this far north of it, you're starting to encroach on the territories which would have been other Ebengard zones, if that makes sense. So you guys are starting to reach that limit now. So for some of you, this is possibly the furthest north you have been, certainly on the mainland. But yeah, so you start to see the landscape change ever so slightly. There's more of those rolling hills and nooks and crannies as you go up this way. So can I get a perception check for you?
Perception, right? Last dice.
From everyone or just Beishra?
Everyone. Yeah.
Ooh. Can I just say sorry? I cast Cure Wounds to heal myself. I forgot about
You would
that.
have had a long rest.
Had a long rest. Oh,
Yeah,
duh.
yeah,
Okay.
Good.
Everything resets
Sorry.
after the long
Sorry.
rest.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
I know that. I just forgot about
Yeah.
the long rest.
Yeah, y'all are refreshed.
Yeah.
So cool.
Looking
Sweet.
good. Looking good.
I can take one more hit.
Yeah. One word. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Two true. Yeah. Can I get the number for Beishra? Let's go in order of the cameras. Beishra.
18.
18. And Ember.
7.
And Skip.
13.
Okay, and Eric.
3.
Woo!
He's
He's busy.
you know. He maybe didn't sleep too well. You know, it was a bit of a rocky kind of place to sleep, and it wasn't very comfortable. So he's extra grumpy this morning.
No, he's out of sugar.
Yeah, so it's Beishra who notices more through sound that off to the left, at a bit of a distance, you hear this sort of like guttural growl or roar, or just like this roaring noise. Not necessarily animalistic that you may have heard before, but it's this big noise that seems to come from the left.
Is it close-ish?
You could walk it in about 10 minutes. 50 minutes, about a kilometer.
Okay.
Yeah. It's enough to hear, because of the way that the landscape is shaped, there's a lot of bowl shapes going on, so it kind of is echoing around that. So the sound travels a bit more. So yeah, you can hear this noise off to the left. And in terms of visually, you do see that on the ground there is a path that continues north, and there's a couple that have gone off, but they're smaller. They're like walking paths rather than these kind of dirt roads. You can see heavy footprints going off in that direction.
Towards
The
the
sound.
left.
Yeah.
Okay. There is something over there. I'll turn to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Everyone else has probably just been like musing and talking and not paying attention.
The trail does lead that way, but if it is a creature that we've walked into its environment, we should leave it be.
What? Excuse me. Sorry. What did you hear?
You said low guttural noises.
Like a guttural, roaring, growly kind of noise.
Different from the orcs I heard before.
Yeah, because the orcs were talking. It was a spoken language they were talking.
Okay. It's a grumble. It sounds like beast.
Mm-hmm.
And the footprints go towards it, or?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They do.
I know.
indeed.
Yeah.
Whatever the word for Axun.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. What you said. And
Gesundheit.
No, I'm very slowly making a Beishra dictionary, by the way. So
Okay.
I'm working
Aw.
on it.
Good.
She just for the viewers, she speaks. I'm really bad at role playing it. I'll work on it. She speaks quite broken, so I've been going through like draconic dictionaries and stuff like that to try and like find popular words and stuff like that. So I'll be incorporated more.
What's her word for skip?
It's
Vargas.
Vargas.
Aw.
Eric is Tundar, or Tundar. I don't know accents. And Ember is Ixen.
ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
No one else in the team speaks Draconic.
They're just like, oh.
And I'm really
Smile
like,
away, boys.
yeah.
Smile away.
asshole.
Yeah.
Eric
You're
will just
swearing
point out, she could
loud.
be talking shite about us and we'd never know.
She wouldn't do that.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't care
would.
enough.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
I love it.
So you have been alerted to a sound and the footprints heading off to the left.
I think that this is clearly where we need to go. Guys, what do you think? Should we try and flank it? Should we just rock up and hope for the best, or I don't know?
Both.
What? Okay.
At the same time.
Skip goes down the middle, all like angry looking.
Just looking, not acting.
And then when you get its attention, we'll come in from the sides and shoot and shank it.
Why don't we? I mean, I say this with a pinch of salt here, but why don't we try and sneak up and see what's over there?
Last
I
time
agree.
we tried this.
Not roll. Fucking I do say that. Just try better this time.
Just try harder, okay?
What is this roll?
What are you talking
Right,
about?
teddy bear roll over there.
We just need to get one of those big inflatable
Oh, I
balls
love it.
for Eric so that his armor isn't clanking and just roll.
Yeah, but then there'd be more fuck shite. Bastard.
My
That's
bones!
entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you're going to attempt to sneak up into this place.
Yes.
Yes,
Attempt. Yeah.
Okay.
I see
Alright.
no possible way this could go wrong.
um, you shouldn't. Yeah. When DMs
wouldn't-
laugh like that, I suppose it's.
I mean, if anyone's got
Sorry.
any better ideas, I'm open to hearing them, please. Now's your time.
I don't think we should stick with the track. I think we should slightly go off the track because they'll see us coming then, just so we can just off to the side slightly.
Okay.
And then-
Can I see
Agreed.
a place to safely store our horses, please?
Oh god, yeah, that was things behind
Roll
us.
a perception check.
I'll just
You
go
do.
back to the nice paddock thing. Oh, fuck me.
In a couple days, guys.
5. Sure, on the path seems good as any. Why not?
There's like a tree over by a group of rocks.
Sure.
Just like a wee thin kind of young thing.
You're a wee sapling. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, well, we should leave our horses here just in case, because we don't know what's coming up ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like a nice, safe little place. There's, it's not too
Uh-huh.
far from the path, but, it'll do.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you secure your horses. Now, what you can see as you start to walk further in is that there is the option to continue along the path, which seems to go into not fully a gorge, but there's definitely cliff sides on either side. Relatively short at first, but they seem to be getting higher the further in you go. So there's the option of carrying on the path or taking the high ground around.
Definitely the high ground for me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
High ground.
High ground. Worked for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Who?
You know that
Sorry, I
merchant
should've
in
said
California.
character.
Yeah, it's his uncle.
Oh.
I
His
hated
dwarf
him.
working the forges,
No, I was a dick.
He's a dick.
Oh my god, Eric should
Okay.
have an Uncle Owen. I would love that. Anyway. That'd be great.
Too soon.
Uh-huh. Too soon.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so you guys start to head up along the sides. It gets to about 20 feet high, I would say, until you start to see almost like a circular bowl shape that's naturally forming in this outcropping here. Can I get a perception check from everyone?
Maybe.
So Beshra,
10.
10. Ember,
6.
Skip,
18. Thank god.
Okay.
I know.
Eric.
It's a natural one!
Over.
First one of the stream! Yeah!
You're thinking when you go
No,
up
it
the
wasn't,
stretch,
it
you're
wasn't.
thinking that the
No.
sound. Yeah, the sound is off in the other direction, so you're not even looking down into this outcropping here. You're looking in the complete opposite direction, like I don't see anything here.
Talk about Willis.
Yeah, the rest of you are aware that there's this kind of area in the middle. It's Skip who notices the details. Down in this area, it seems to have been an orc camp at one time. Not a big full camp, but maybe like a little offshoot. There's a few tents here and there. There's a couple cages and some trees. The interesting thing is that the tents have all been ripped up. The trees look dead and shriveled in an unnatural way, almost black, like they've been petrified. The ground also has like this black marking along it, like it's been scorched in a way, but not by fire. It doesn't give the impression of fire. The cages are still there, and although there was a good healthy 12 to 15 orcs, all of them are dead on the ground. It's hard to see what would have done it from here. Something's happened to them. You can't see fully what's happened to them. But lumbering about in the middle, again, it's hard to make details out from up here, appears to be an ogre.
Oh. I relay that in excruciating detail to everyone.
Can I get stealth from everyone up there? BT dub.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, shit.
Blood it for luck. For luck. Oh, fuck it. Okay.
Fuck you.
Not interested.
Just like, no, I want you to fail.
Bayshore, what'd you get?
11. And it's his fault.
Yeah.
No,
Amber?
12. Because it's a 9 plus 3. 12. Sorry, 12. That's bullshit.
17.
17. Skip.
14. That's a good roll for me. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
That is.
And Eric?
21.
Mr. Heavy Armor.
Steady.
Yeah.
That is a wolf. That's a wolf.
Like a fish.
Like a fish.
Fish.
I mean,
Sure.
much noise when
That's a fish.
Exactly. Let's
It's
say they
not
could
water,
have battled,
though.
causing
Like,
havoc.
floating
They could
out.
just.
Is that going to be Eric's little tagline catchphrase?
Sounds
I
like
live
a
like a
fish.
fish.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
better than
Alright,
just a
you're-
constant stream of swear words.
Well,
Yeah,
that too.
you're not bad collectively. You reckon the ogre maybe hasn't. In fact, let's just see if he has. Nope. He's not aware of you.
That's fine then.
Lumbering around. You can see that there are cages down there.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Mm.
So now that's been pointed out, do we all see it?
Yeah.
Is he like particularly being like drawing? Is he focused on the cages at all? Like,
Roll
something in
insight.
Hmm.
Yeah, roll an
an
insight.
Great, this guy. I got a +2 though.
Yeah.
This guy again.
That's an 11.
Kudo. That's an 11. All right. He doesn't seem to be intent on anything in particular right now. He's kind of lumbering around fairly aimlessly right now.
I think the cages are empty. I whisper.
Cool.
Well, we don't know if Hilda
Milna.
is there.
Milna.
Nameless NPC.
Yeah,
It's close.
it's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we need to find out if her body's there or not. That's our whole mission.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go. I'll stay up here. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I could go. I could make myself invisible or fly over there to see if I can see anything better. But that's all I can suggest.
No.
It's up to you, boss.
I'm like, good keeping us on track there. I'd started to worry more about this ogre than the grand, wider mission. So good on you. But also, going back to the ogre, I think that that's going to be a problem before we find out what's happened.
We should deal
What's
with
the
it
plan?
now.
Yeah.
What do?
What do?
What do?
I
Kill
do not
it.
think we should. I don't think we should.
Yeah, I'm wary of this. Sneaky people want to go
Has
and find her?
I mean, I'm not sneaky. I
I mean, it's all relative compared with fucking...
Say sneaky people.
I know.
Right.
Okay, sorry, go on, Eric.
It would be a terrible idea if I went in there, but
But you can go invisible.
That's true.
I have my ring.
let's be Team Invisible. And then I'm like, oh, okay.
wait.
I know you don't
Grace
do
was just
that.
He's like, what?
Ah,
Yeah.
the
She
face.
doesn't like high five you. She just holds the hand up like.
That's great.
Hello.
I second.
But Michelle loves a high five. Yeah.
I second Team Invisible. We should get on that.
Yeah, and then
Team
Skip and
Clunky will
I-
stay behind.
Skip and I can stay up here, and if it looks like things are going to go wrong, we'll make some noise. Draws attention. I'll shoot him.
So,
and you could scream it.
I don't know,
Skip.
guys. What?
God help us. I don't know. I think we need to investigate the cage is closer.
Where? Sorry, the ogre, is he like just in the middle of the camp?
Yeah, he's kind of in the center of the camp. There were a couple of tents around the outside. Imagine it's like a fairly bowl shape. The cages are towards the back.
Oh, great.
Can we try and like walk around where we are, if it's on a dip?
Yeah, to try and
get to the
fairly above
cages.
the cages.
Yeah,
Sure, yeah,
can we
yeah,
do that?
yeah. we can
Okay,
do that.
okay.
And then we can take it from there. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
Alright, so you head on round. Are you just walking around? It's up to you.
Yeah.
Stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah.
That's
Alright,
stealth.
go for it then.
Attempting stealth.
I believe in you! Facia, what'd you get if you're trying?
Yeah. And wait. Before we head off, what are we going invisible?
Not right now. We're gonna see if we can see
No.
stuff first, and then because my invisibility doesn't last very long, so we need to go in and out again.
A minute, to be exact.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, just standard stealth.
Alright.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Right, we'll go opposite way around this time. So, Eric,
10.
Skip.
I mean, yeah, 1, but not natural. There's a difference.
There is. There
I rolled
is.
2.
In the
so-
grand scheme of things, yeah. Ember.
A 10.
Okay.
Looks like we're going invisible.
Facia, what'd you get?
20, not natural. There's a difference.
Yeah. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
There is.
Alright. You seem fairly hidden for now. I mean, there's like clunkiness, but when you do like a group moving together, you average each other out usually. Can I get perception checks now that you're hovering above the cages?
All of us.
Whoever
That's
wants
nice,
to be
man.
looking in them.
I will.
Yes, please.
I'm specifically looking for Milna, though, not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna.
Facia.
She's
coughing away.
Sorry,
coughing
19.
fit, yeah.
Just
sorry.
getting over cold.
Oh yeah.
Just getting over cold. 19.
19. Okay, Ember.
10 again.
10. Alright. Skip.
14.
14 and Eric.
11.
Okay. Yeah, so like 14 and above, I would say. You can see that there's a couple of bodies in the cages. One of them does appear to be small and gnome size. It's hard to tell. At the moment, they're lying on the ground. You know, there's no like grievous bodily wounds. It's not like they've been ripped apart or anything like that. But they're not like up and banging on the poles or anything. They're lying on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna regret doing this, but I'd like to quietly say, Milna! And kind of like hope my voice...
Wait, no!
I know, tough tits, it's happening.
Tough titties, my dear.
Okay, roll stealth to get the balance between her being able to hear it, but him not being able to hear it.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Thank fuck.
So did I! He gets minuses on his things, but so I'll say he seems more active. Like he starts looking around and moving a bit, but nothing immediately threatening, because you're not sure if he can actually see you. He maybe just heard something. You shout down, and there doesn't seem to be much movement. One of the others moves slightly, but it's almost like it's a labored movement. But there's some movement in one of the other people.
Okay. Guys, it seems that at least someone is alive down there. We need to help them.
Yeah. I agree.
Click, click. Erica's ready to go.
Always.
How do you wish to proceed?
Where is the ogre at this point? I'd like to double check that he's not on his way over here.
Well, it's hard. You guys are high up currently. So he's in the middle. He's maybe moving closer to the side that you guys are on. But not like it's directly at you, because he's not looking up at you right now. But he's moving around like he's looking for something. And there's just these weird, like, gross guttural noises coming from him.
I don't like it.
What do we do?
I don't know, honestly, guys. I'm just being a bit of a chicken shit because I don't really want to fight an ogre, but at the same time, I really want to fight an ogre.
And we have to save Milna.
You're correct.
Yeah,
Milna
there's
is the task at
innocence
hand
at
here.
stake. Yeah.
Can I gently right, so we're on a ledge here, right? And they're kind of like down here in a cage. Yeah.
They're about
20 feet down.
Yeah.
Specifically 20 feet.
Yeah, roughly.
Can I use my boots of levitation to kind of wah down there? Gingerly.
Yeah. Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I do that and I land
All
like
right.
no one can hear me and it's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one time that you're super gentle-footed.
And I'd like to look into this cage where I saw movement.
Okay. Roll a stealth and a perception for me. Just because although you landed fairly quick, because
Yeah,
it's
you're
a
right,
levitation,
you're right.
you're still there and he's looking for something.
My
so.
stealth is a 17.
Mm-hmm.
And my perception is 5.
Bodies. You're aware, I mean, you're aware that there's a gnome lying on the ground, but they're all kind of like quite tatty looking at the moment, and almost lie on top of each other
Yeah.
in a way.
I was specifically
so-
going for the one that I saw movement in, though.
Okay, again with a 5, you see that they're kind of starting into half consciousness, I would say.
Okay.
That's about all. Stealth is, let's see. Yeah, he's like looking around. He's kind of like got his back to you.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Is there... I don't really want to risk this again.
Roll.
I really must learn to, like, communicate. I'm sorry, guys.
Roll.
Oh, he's
a-
gone there now.
Yeah.
It's
You
really,
just
it's
kinda
really
saw
not
Skip being
like me, though. That's the weird thing.
No,
just
no.
sinking away from everyone. Skip has gone
Okay.
down into the bigger pit, the giant pit, with the ogre guys. Skip, while you're there, can you roll a perception for me?
Mhm.
While you're doing that, what are the other 3 doing?
Can I try use my cantrip message to see if I can? I know they can't talk back to me, but maybe I can.
They can message. People can send messages back. It's like
Oh,
a
what was I
telepathic
thinking
kind
of
of.
then?
It's short messages.
Just short. Okay. So I'm gonna try and point at the gnome, the one that was small, I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna try and communicate with.
Yeah.
Milna.
Yeah.
Sure. You attempt to reach out to her, and it's like it's not fully getting through, like fuzzy, like you're hearing static. So it's not like a complete,
Okay.
because when you try to communicate with people and they're either not in that plane of existence or dead, you just get that kind of like lost, like, you know, you don't get a connection. So it's not that there's not a connection, but it's not
Mhm.
responsive. Eric, what you doing?
Can I have a look to see if there's Scrabble down? Because I can't float.
There's definitely enough for handhold and footholds if you want to try. Yeah, you just have to roll athletics for me. For climbing.
Whilst being stealthy, and yeah, it's gonna be good. Can't wait for this.
Just maybe just go invisible now, guys.
Sure, not acrobatics. I've got +2 on that.
This is more athletics.
Yeah, it is.
Climbing. Yeah, it's like
Um,
holding on.
Yeah, I'll make the attempt.
Okay.
Because
Godspeed, my friend.
well, it's a 10, not a 1.
Alright, it's a bit clumsy and you slip a little at times, but you pretty much make it to the bottom, I would say. Just about. Yeah, you're good. In fact, with you're about halfway down because you're just a dwarf. So yeah, you're about halfway there, but you're still holding on. Is Basher doing anything?
What was just a quick jog? What was Ember doing?
I was trying to send a message to the little gnome.
Yeah.
Little
So you
gnome.
just kind of see her looking down at the cage currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she totally follows suit all the time, so she's probably gonna scramble down.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Make an athletics climb for me.
Okay. 7.
Just a little 7.
Oh, it's a bit. Yeah, you struggle with going down, and a few points, like some of the rocks kind of come loose, so you slip a little on your way down. I'm gonna say you make most of your way down, but it's tough going. So you're kind of like like claws in, keeping yourself attached. What did you get for your perception, Skip?
I got a 20, but not natural. Thank you for asking.
Hey.
I know.
So you, from where you're standing, you're kind of like, you're aware that there's this ogre who's wandering around and looking for things. And you're aware of the cage. So although you didn't pick up too much details looking in the cage, you become aware of a couple things. The first thing is that from behind you, you hear like a strange thrumming noise would be the best way to describe it, and you kind of like look over your shoulder to see what it is, and it's like this black tear, but it's not in the mountain face, it's just in front of the mountain space, like it's hanging of its own accord, and it's sort of like going ever so slightly bigger and smaller, like it's pulsing or almost like it's breathing, just this black tear, and there's almost like a black mist to it that seems to be emanating from it.
That's no good.
Slightly creeped out by that, you then hear the weird gurgle from the ogre, and he turns around, and when you see him, he's roughly looking at your space now. You see that he has some wounds in him that are big and festering in a way, and it appears that he's missing like half of his jaw. And he doesn't look alive, and yet he's alive. Like, what's up with that? So you become aware of these two things that seem to be happening around you. I'll say, can I get another athletics rolls from a 2 climbers just to see how you do?
Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
Ooh.
Yeah. What did Eric get?
7.
What did Basher get?
15.
Alright. Basra kind of lands herself, and she's fine. She's down on the ground. She's not too far. She's probably the other side of the cage from Skip. Eric is closer to where Skip is, and you slip a little, and there's a bit of a disgraceful dismount. You don't like fall on your ass or anything like that, but you're like really hoping nobody saw.
Skip
Can I
saw.
get a perception? Yeah, can I get a perception from Basra and Skip just to see if you do in fact see?
I do in fact see.
What, yeah.
20, but not natural.
Hey, what did Basra get?
6.
Oh,
Okay,
you'll see.
you're busy.
It's a roller coaster with me, you know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
Sure,
Who knows?
sure.
Skip totally sees this.
Could I
real,
do a deception
like,
to try and cut off as if nothing had happened?
You meant to do that.
sure.
You meant to.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 3 because of my natural minus 3.
It's funny.
There's no
Yeah. So
dignity
he's
to
trying to be like, I'm here. Meant to do that. What can I say? Needless to say, the general, mishmash of things, of people dismounting and some being clanky and all that kind of stuff. The ogre seems to have become aware of your presence, and he makes this other. It's like he's trying to do the ogre like snarling growl, but because he doesn't really have a jaw, it's just like a. It's real gross.
Like tongue just flopping around.
Yeah. It's real grim. It's real grim. Can I get niches from everybody? initiatives.
Yes.
Hot.
Just give me 1 second.
See.
Sorry, can I have a quick 1 second before we start?
Yeah. Well, what's your number?
60. For...
Okay,
oh,
you
sorry.
may go.
80.
Mute.
Well,
Mute.
I'm messing up my...
Mute yourself.
Yeah.
We got it.
Beishra, what'd you
Nailed it.
get?
I got a 4.
Okay. What did Kason get?
He also got a 4.
Alright.
That's great.
Ember?
13.
Best buddies for
I got
life.
12.
12. Okay. And Skip?
13.
13.
Not bad for
Alright.
me. Not bad.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Not bad. Ember, what is your dex mod? In fact, never mind.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Such a mad. Okay.
Sorry, I should explain. Never mind.
Go fuck yourself. Don't worry about it. Fuck you.
It's not what I meant. I meant there's no way hers is going to be lower than what this is.
That's funny.
Oh, I don't know.
Beige
For sure.
and
Where's my pencil? There it is.
I always write Beishra as Beish when I'm writing it down.
Bish.
Oh,
It's all about the bish.
Yeah. Alright, so
lame.
this gargling, weird, undead creature is aware of your presence now and is coming towards you. Eric, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Again? Well,
Yeah.
we'll do what I always do. Dandelion.
Dandelion. Okay.
That is a 14 to hit
That hits.
for 9 damage. Please.
9. Okay. Excellent. Anything else?
Nah, not yet.
No. Okay. I'm gonna say he is roughly 20 feet currently from Eric and Skip, and he's me about 30 away from Beishra.
Oh, thank God.
My God.
All right.
Praise
And then
Jesus.
Ember's still currently up on high. Okay,
Chilling
cool.
up top.
Skip, it's your turn.
Unsurprisingly, I burst into Barbarian Rage.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go.
Because how dare he?
I know, rude. I floated down so delicately. He has no business turning and attacking me now. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna run over to him with my great axe and swing for his shins. No, because I'm about as tall as no. He's a bit taller than me, right?
Bit taller.
Bit taller. I'm not gonna go for the shins because he's not that tall.
Yeah.
He's not a giant Hannah. Calm down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go for just kind of shoulderish.
His boob.
Yeah, go for
Alright,
the tits.
cool. Yeah.
For the tits.
Go for the tits. Right in the tits.
So yeah,
I want to take a tit shot, please, DM.
roll for
So you can
tits.
try and cleave his
Roll
cleavage.
for tits.
Amazing.
Yeah. What'd you get?
21 to hit.
That hits. What's your damage? What's your damage, Heather?
What's your damage, Hannah? 16.
Okay. Alright, quick maths. Excellent. Anything else? Movement, bonus action?
No, I'm not gonna give him that opportunity of attack.
Alright.
It's fine.
Alright, so Skip's up in that melee though. Amber.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna cast Burning... Oh, wait, hold on. How far away am I from him?
You're... I'd say 35 currently, just with trajectory and being 20 foot up and 20 foot away. I'm not going to do that math because...
Never mind. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
I'm gonna try to do Witch's Bolt. Change it.
Witch's Bolt. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that because for the purposes of this, I'm gonna say you're outside the range of 30 foot spells currently, but
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else you're fine.
Yeah.
Roll that Witch Bolt though.
Come on, guys. Cross your fingers.
Big money, no whammies.
21.
Yes.
Nice. It hit.
Oh shit! I forgot to say casting it. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Okay, here we go.
I'll allow it. It's launch night. It's a night
Okay,
for being
okay.
extravagant. Sure. why not?
Yay! Let's just do
I'm
two
kind.
spells. Thanks.
Mhm. Yeah, you're welcome.
You're a dear. That is 14 damage.
Nice. Okay. Excellent. Anything else?
And no, I'm gonna stay where I am.
You're exactly where you need to be.
Yeah. I did move down. I was like, fuck that.
Okay, it is his turn. So he's gonna make his gross noise and swing this big, like, it's like a morning star, but it's more primitive than the sort you would see in a weapons shop. And he's gonna swing it out at Liskip.
No.
Oh.
No.
For a hit.
Yeah, it hits.
What?
I'm basically naked.
I
Of
rolled
course
and I
it hit
thought
me.
that's quite low, and then I keep forgetting that your guys' AC is not super great. 11 bludgeoning.
Put cut in half. Cut in half. Yes.
Put.
Cut in half.
Oh yeah. For your because you're raging.
Yeah, so.
Just I'll tell you how much damage. You can kind of chop it as you go.
Okay.
Cool, but that's now in my head again. Excellent. That is his turn, and he's gonna make like a gross like bleh noise at you, and it's like gross bits of spittle, but it's coming from a weird gaping festering hole. So gross. Is what it is.
So I
know, right? Beishra.
One of my spear me because I climbed down. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my spear me because I climbed down.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna use my short bow, and
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Kason and Draconic to come off me in a way, and that's basically his cue to kind of like slither around and try and get a good advantage from
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah. So is he going towards the ogre?
He'll try and go around it.
Around him. Okay.
Try and stay sneaky. So he'll probably
Yeah.
spend the next wee while on his turn and stuff. I'm down at this guy.
Oh, okay.
This guy. I never roll this guy because he's so big. Poof. And I'm just gonna use my short bow. Is there
Okay.
anything around me to hide in? Like, because you said it was like an old camp. hide
Yeah, there's probably
behind.
remnants of a tent not far from you. Yeah, because you're on
Nice.
the one side of the cage, so
No.
you'd have to roll a hide in order to be hidden.
Yeah. Well, I'll shoot and then
Okay,
move
and
behind
then-
it. And I won't try to hide, but I'll just want to be behind it. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not gonna do nothing.
No.
9. No.
That does.
Just.
It does
What?
hit.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did the thing. And I didn't roll damage because I wasn't prepared for that. Oh, sorry. It's archery as well, so I get +2, so it's actually an 11. Talking shit.
Definitely hit.
2 damage.
Wow.
Worth it.
Definitely worth it.
We don't
Everyone's
fudge rolls
well.
on this stream, guys. Brutal honesty.
Uh-huh. I know, right?
Oh,
Okay. It's
so I
Casey's turn.
think it's the first time hitting something, and
Yeah.
it sucked. So he's just gonna come down and move away from me, and just try and double move around.
Like a long curve. Okay.
Yeah, and he's gonna hide if he can, if there's anything to hide in.
There's probably like you can hide behind an orc body. Sure.
Yeah, he'll do
so
that.
roll a stealth for
Yeah.
him. Roll a
Oh,
stealth.
his page. 16, crafty motherfucker.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. Yeah, he's. Well, I mean, I'll let him have a. Yeah, no. All right. So he's hidden for all intents and purposes. Back
Oh,
up
no,
to the top.
you're supposed to hide. You're supposed to hide.
Yeah, I know, right? They're not being subtle enough. He's pretending to be a necklace. That's all.
Exactly. Really, a joker. Really.
Eric, it's your turn.
Right, shot number 2 from Dandelion
Okay.
is it hits him for 10.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Holy shit.
Let me mark that I shot that bullet, and it was 9 damage again.
And it was 9. All right. Okay. He's definitely looking bloodied now. He's starting to. You can see that like where you're shooting, it's kind of like taking an extra chunk out of him, and it just kind of like sloughs off him. Like.
That's nasty.
It is nasty. Anything else? Are you happy where you are?
Nothing more for now. Nothing.
Excellent. Skip.
So yeah, I'm sufficiently grossed out, but I'm gonna keep hitting this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Avec.
If anything, the
crits.
fact that he's gross is making you more angry.
I mean, that's the thing. This dripping mess is in front of me, and it
Yeah.
displeases me enormously. So, that would be 21 to hit, please.
That hits.
even though parts of him are falling off and he's becoming less as we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just less.
Just less, you know? Again, 16. I am enjoying this
16
D12 tonight.
damage. Nice. Good. Well done. Ember, do your damage.
I've got to. What did you say earlier about feet? What was my distance? I had to do it minimum distance.
30.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't have any eyebrows to singe off, so you're fine.
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay. Maths. Oh. Oh. Okay. He's looking real bad. Real bad. You're just like, you're cooking him, which is kind of making him smell awful.
That's all I
Oh,
can do.
delicious.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Good.
this is the kind of thing that like animals, unless you're a particular type of animalistic creature, it's rotten meat. So
Oh,
you wouldn't
like a vulture or jaguar, and
Yeah.
then it's just like
exactly.
yeah,
So
it's too much.
it is his turn, and he swings his morning star, but it is only a an 8 against Skip.
Oh my god,
Which
it
is not
doesn't
gonna
hit
do
me.
it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So he swings down, but it's like he's being crackled by this electric energy that's around him, and it's kind of throwing him off his game, as if he has game. Big lumbering undead.
What, mean?
Don't judge him.
Yeah.
You ain't got game, homie.
I calls it like I sees it. Daeshra,
That's funny.
this guy is looking rough.
Izzy, I'm going to do the same again. Shoot another sharp bow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a natural 1. Fuck my life.
Oh, girl.
Fuck it.
Girl.
That's what Skip says. Oh, girl.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's raging, so it's like.
Oh, why is this happening to me? Fuck it.
Oh
Fuck it.
dear, Kason.
Do you think you could get to the ogre in 1 move? Or is he gonna have to double move to get up to it? Oh, it's a little...
Probably double at this point. It's just slightly more than a single move, unfortunately.
Okay, so he'll double move, but the second move, if this makes sense, he's not gonna go full.
Okay,
He'll get close to it.
close to him. All right, so
Yeah.
he's poised and ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Looking dangerous now. Excellent. Up to Eric.
Right. Another shot from Dandelion.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I'm going to use a grit point to give myself advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's either an 80. Oh, sorry, that's either a 20, not natural, or. No, we'll go for the not natural 20
Okay. Good. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
another 9 points of damage.
Nicely
9
done.
points of damage. He only had the 1 left,
Yeah.
so you get the killing shot on this gross falling apart undead ogre. Describe it for me, sir.
Well, I think I'm going to put a bit of lead straight through this diseased, blackened,
Yeah.
spittle-wreathed hole that used to be his face. Just
Choice
because I'm
words,
firing
yeah.
upwards, it's going to go up through the hole, disappear,
skull.
and then just...
Top of his heat just comes off.
Aye.
Excellent.
And then just bits everywhere, like a
So you
fountain
guys all
as
just
he falls
yeah.
in.
It's like this just big explosion of rotten brain. Although the way that ogres are, like his head's fairly it's not a big brain, but it's extra gross. Thankfully, it's trajecting back, so it doesn't actually hit.
Oh, thank God. I'd be like, not
Again.
again.
You're not again. But yeah, you guys have now killed the ogre, and he flops to the ground. He doesn't fall over his grave.
That's
The
super
gross
gross.
sound.
Just-
And he is dead.
I
Again.
imagined his mouth being like twisty from American
Oh,
Horror Story, and it was
no.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
Very that. So yeah, you guys, most of you, are in this hollow now, and you're just surrounded by orc corpses. Without inspecting, you're not entirely sure what it is that's killed them, but the whole area is just reeking of death, like the trees, the grass, and these weird scorch marks that weren't fire, and then you have this strange sort of pulsating, breathing black tear that is almost suspended freely in the air that is emitting this weird dark smoke.
That's creepy as fuck.
Do I get a sense? Do I get like a little deja vu on the go, or?
Roll a history for me, like your own personal history, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
recall.
13.
13. No. Similar. You're getting deja vu in that it feels... It's not completely unlike something you may have seen before, but it's not the same. It wasn't like this. It wasn't reeking of death the way this is.
This is worse.
Yeah, this is just blackness.
Okay.
And there's no good or positive energy coming out of anything. It's just all negative.
Okay. I will say to the guys, we shouldn't be here. Take the tiny ducal and we shall go. This place is death.
Yeah,
What? No, I'm kidding.
What?
You're that woman, you know that meme of mouth.
I'd agree with her. Let's get people out of here.
This is all of you are getting chills down the back of your spine. Like,
did you say that the tear is on the mountain or is it in the air?
It's like suspended in the air just in front
Can
of
I
it.
just walk around it just to see like behind what I've seen?
Yeah, walk over and roll an arcana for me.
Yeah, so that's my skill
You
set.
never know. I mean, you might get lucky.
13?
Not bad.
Not
So as you get closer to like go over in the back, you keep a bit of distance from it, and you get this sense like it's almost like it's sapping energy out of you, like it's just this negative void. And you have to get a little closer to get around the back of it, and as you get closer, you see it start to like shrink in size.
Interesting. Does it do that from the front?
So you go around the front and try to get a little bit closer, and you just see it close up and close up further, and then it shimmers a little bit like it's wiggling slightly, and then just disappears.
Oh, fuck.
The land is still left looking quite damaged. The trees still look dead. You've got this gross zombie ogre lying there, but the rift seems to have popped out of existence.
I turn to Basher and I'm like, do you recognize this kind of thing? Have you seen this before? Like, how do you know when you... I mean, I can feel the negative energy, but...
No, I only sense that it is death.
Okay, I'll take that at face value. That's fine. Guys, yeah, we need to get out of here. We need to go and research this thing. Because I think we might have a bigger problem here than missing gnomes. Oddly enough.
Let's focus on the gnomes first.
Correct. Let's run over to Milna. Milna!
You head over. The cage, it's locked, but it's possible to open it. It's not a lock that needs a key. So you're able to open up from your side, and you find 3 bodies. If you could do a medicine check just to see if you can figure out what's up.
I rolled a 1, so I don't know anything ever about medicine.
You pop one of them a little too close to the eye, like.
I put my own eye
Can
somehow.
I climb? Well, can I have climbed down?
You have made your way slowly down.
Okay.
Graceful route, not the climbing
And I'd
route.
like to check out. That would be my priority, is to check out.
So roll a medicine.
My God. Okay.
14 on a medicine check from Eric.
Okay. Yep.
19.
19. All right.
She do the better medicine.
Eric's is enough to know that they appear to be alive, at least. There's very shallow breathing and barely a pulse, but they're not completely gone. And Ember, you judge the same. It's hard to tell what may have caused it. It might have just been mistreatment or starvation or torment. Like, there's no obvious physical wounds really, but with either using a medical kit or healing or whatever, you could bring these guys back because they're not dead.
Cool. I'll just use my nature's gift against them and give them cheeky 3 hit
them all a
points
wee-
each.
a wee-
Yeah.
Are we sprinkling a health?
3 hit points each.
A dusting. A dusting of health.
Yeah.
It is enough to bring them back. They still seem a little weary, but they come to, and Milna sits up. And like, it's been taxing for her because she is an older gnome, and as gnomes go, like, gnomes live to like 500 years old, so she's old. And she kind of sits up and what's happened? And the others are kind of doing much the same, just kind of coming to and a little bit groggy.
Mina, are you okay? Are you okay?
Are you?
It's me, Ember.
It's yourself, and it's like she tries to do it, but she's like, "It's yourself," like, just exhausted.
Yeah, it's me, Ember. We were sent here to rescue you. Well, not here, but we were sent by your husband to rescue you.
Yeah, that she just is like, she tries to formulate words about that, but she just starts crying at the thought that her husband sent someone to find her, and she's kind of like sobbing. She kind of leans into your arm and is
I cuddle her, big time.
okay, you're like, "It's okay."
Start crying now.
She's like a really nice size to give a cuddle to. She's a nice cuddly lady.
I also start to cry because it's just too much for me.
The other two
Eric
seem to came
sniffs.
to. You've got a younger man, maybe about 18 or so. The way he's dressed, he's maybe either a farmhand or like an apprentice of some kind. Just like a young lad. And then there's another older woman, but she's human. And they come to as well, looking just a bit groggy and glad to see that there are heroes that have come rescued them from the cage. And you've just got like this little crying gnome lady. Yeah. So yeah, you guys have managed to get these guys back to consciousness, and are free to take them back. Needless to say, Kelder was super overjoyed to see his wife again. There was lots of crying during the reunion. The both of them are just like, you know, when they're like trying to talk and they're not really getting words out, but they've known each other for so long that they don't even
They're
say
like
words. They're just
Jeffrey
like,
and Ina. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It's Jeffrey and Ina, gnome form. Oh my god.
Oh.
Can I just make a point that we took them back on our horses?
Yeah, we also got our horses and they were fine.
Remember our horses.
And during that time, yeah, well done, you managed to remember the horses. You get them back. The two others, you would have had to have spent the night in a camp, which would have got these guys back to a more fighting fit health, gave them some food. The other two live in other towns, so they have gone elsewhere. Thanked you for your help. You return Milna to her household. She's sobbing. They're both very grateful. They give you a pouch with 10 gold, saying that that is from them personally. They will be paying for the jobs that you did, because they always pay a service to the Evangard, and you guys always get cuts for the jobs. That's basically the way it works. But they're giving you extra just as a personal thank you. They have also invited you back so that you can help celebrate her birthday. So they're like, be sure to come back, and they make sure that they send you off with some baked goods before
Amazing.
heading away,
Could
which makes everyone happy.
Before I know we're whatever. I wanted to ask Milna what she saw, what this black thing did.
Yeah, she kind of shakes her head and says, I don't remember much of it. I wasn't very with it by that stage. I was aware that everything suddenly felt cold, but I don't remember seeing anything before I just I must have just passed out. I'm not sure. I'm afraid I don't have much to help you with. I just know that it got very, very cold.
Okay. I reassure her that is more than enough to start with. Thank you. I'm sorry to open up old wounds. Well, new wounds. Wounds.
Fresh wounds.
Yeah, current wounds. Salt in the wound, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not opening, you're just poking
Yeah.
it. It's fine.
As an
But
aside,
she's she's more than happy to help you guys with that. She knows that she can't be of much use, but yeah, they just say that anything you ever need, just to let them know.
Cute.
Yeah. Were you wait to say anything, Eric?
just as an aside, the minute you said it felt cold,
Yeah.
music got creepy because my
It
windows
did.
open. I got a blast of cold air on my It was creepy as fuck.
It was pre-organized. I told the weather to do that.
Don't want any more. Scared now.
Yeah, but on that interesting revelation and delightful finish with pastries and the promise of birthday celebrations, that is where we're gonna end tonight's show. Our first show. It's over.
We survived.
First show.
And Ember didn't die.
I know,
so
right?
I just want to
What
say thank you. I know. I want to say thank you to everyone who came out tonight. That's been fantastic. I haven't been able to read chat yet, but I'm sure it's been very fun. Thank you to our mods. And yeah, hopefully see you guys soon. We'll be back again next week to carry on the adventure. And yeah, hopefully we'll have an intro and a website by then as well.
We will.
And Eric art. I really hope we get Eric art for next week. That'd be great.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Any of you guys got anything to say before we finish?
Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
That's
thank
all.
you for coming.
Yeah.
Very much. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I had a lot of fun
Yeah.
with
I
this.
apologize for my lapse earlier.
Your
Alright,
lap.
You're laughing. Always
My lap.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Always entertaining.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm
apologize
laughing
for
like
my
that
terrible
so
rule.
much.
No, just thank you guys. You guys did really great. So I want to say thank you, you guys, the players.
Thank
made that
you.
a very, very fun session.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Same time next week,
Yeah,
guys.
I know.
Next
Yeah.
week for more Lore Maiden.